What's going on, Tamers? Welcome to DigiPod, the digital podcast. I'm your boy Varney. Today we are live, and I've got the boys, Dan and Mike, in the studio. We are live on Twitch. We are live on YouTube. So it is a good time to be here. It is the ban list day, so y'all gonna get the reactions from us. Y'all gonna hear the word. But first of all, we're gonna talk about locals real quick. Mike was out there getting some action in Pittsburgh. Sure. Mike's locals were pretty eventful. Dan,
what if this girl decides she wants to listen to the podcast and she just hears that? What about that? You ever think about that, bro?
I said nothing. I said Mike got some action. I didn't say Mike went to watch a movie. Mike went and did some drag race. I just said Mike got some action, all right? You the one who just put it out there.
I didn't put
He's so
nothing out there, okay?
I also didn't put anything out there. I just stated where you were.
Yeah.
And why you weren't at locals.
I was in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you didn't.
I was in Pittsburgh.
You outing yourself.
Girl.
I went on a date.
Girl who talked to Mike. Girl who went on a date with Mike. If you're listening to the pod, first of all, thank you. Get this man's out the house. But second of all, thank you for listening to us. I don't know why you listen to a bunch of nerds, but that's pretty cool, I guess. Dan, locals.
Yo. Who cares about locals? Let's move on.
All right, I won. That's why Dan doesn't care. And I won with all force. Also why Dan doesn't care. 3-0. I don't remember what I played because it really wasn't.
Oh, I remember. You played against me first round, which played first time with Jellymon, the new stuff. Got some tinkering to do. We lost. We won 3 games, so lost 2-1.
Lost the first one, and I was like,
also played Bloom round 2, and then you played Alphamon round 3.
Right, and I partially only won that game against Alphamon because my opponent doesn't remember their effects. And I'm confident I would have beaten them regardless in a game 3, but that definitely would have sealed up that game 2. That being said, that was locals.
Imagine he remembered his effects. He would have lost.
I would have lost that game. Would I have lost the entire match? I don't think so.
Nah, probably not. Honestly.
Yeah.
But
But that's that. We're gonna do the quick run through on the poll results in the Q&A. I asked y'all, what are your thoughts on the reprint set and the health of the game? Jeremy said, based on how Bandai handled the Gamma reprint starter deck, I'm glad they put the reprints in. If it was just RBO1, they may have changed the normal box price. Still should have been less money. That is true. Walker said the issue is we didn't get the same reprint set that Japan did. Japan had 2 secret rare ratios, 1.5 alternate, or 2 times secret, 1.5 times the alternate, 2 times the rare ratios. In the promo reprints or in the promo slot, so they're taking up the rare slots. That's something that I did notice. The ratios for this set obviously are a big issue, but the fact that you could pull Mem Boost as your SR is actually kind of tragic when those are actually promo cards. There's a lot of fuckery.
I will say
there.
this though, even back then they were considered SRs on the label on the card.
Right.
So they go by SRs, so I could see why they went by SRs for the
that makes sense, but it's just the fact that come on, man, the fact that you could buy a pack and pull a fucking memory boost as your SR is just tragic. And maybe there should have been 2 SRs per pack. You get a 1 ghost game, or the ratios just should have been different. We'll just put it like that. Key said, I think for the most part, the set's pretty good. Most of the reprints were needed for sure. I picked up a couple of the gift pack things and got some super sweet cards I haven't picked up yet. I think that's how this set would have been perfectly in a normal world. If we hadn't gotten the actual Resurgence booster box set, we just got the gift boxes, I think it would have been fine. I think it would have been better off, especially because they gave us these fucking memory alt arts as the thing for getting the box, which already cost $20. So I purchased a bunch myself. I know Lance, our boy Lance out here, purchased a metric fuck
Yo, this
ton of
man
them.
is wild. I know he's a truck driver, so I'm assuming he went to different states and was wild and going to Targets and Walmarts as he was doing his job. Because there's no way he bought 48 in like one.
Bro, yeah, man said he bought like 48, and I was like, where the
it was
fuck
48.
did you
I was
find
like, how?
that many?
How is that possible?
I think it would have been better like that rather than as a booster set. But what do I know? I'm not Bandai. Omnimon says RB1 is great for new players, but established players have no real incentive to buy this set. If the set included more of the newer cards along with a serialized card, maybe, it would have interested more players. The Iron Lord said, I think the reprint set was necessary, but Bandai fumbled it, as they always do. Short printing the new cards was not cool, but glad that good cards have been put back into the access pool. And Thanasis, was it, Dan? Thanasis or Thanasis?
Thanasis,
Thanasis.
Yeah.
Thanasis said the reprint set was needed because many of the old cards and staples like Tamers and Omnimon weren't easy to get for new players, and the old players didn't want to sell their few copies. Now that's a point that I like, because I know for me personally, it's not difficult for me to get BT1 ties. I know I sold my boy Omari some Alt Art BT1 ties, and God knows what happened to my other ties.
They were like $20-$30 too, something like that.
Yeah, and granted,
Crazy.
again, Alt Arts, right? But like I know the other ties, they were probably at least like $5 or so. So it's not, like I said, not hard to get, but me as a non-native Red player, I mean, when I'm deciding, am I going to buy this or am I going to buy more TKs for, if I potentially play Red deck, I'm going to buy my fucking TKs. Now, if I see a tie for 15 cents like they are now, will I buy it? You're damn right. I'll just screw that. 15 cents, I can spare that. Because when you're talking about play sets, that's $20 for a play set compared to 60 cents. So in terms of being accessible, I know people talk about Digimon being cheap. Digimon is definitely a very cheap game. I like that it's gotten cheaper to the point where it's like, here's some cards that I can pick up that I would have picked up regardless, but I like that instead of spending $10, $20, $30, I'm going to spend $1, $2, $3 for a play set.
For sure, definitely.
And then I asked the audience, what would you like to see in a reprint set? Select all that apply. For 35 votes, most people want to see alternate art reprints. And the way I phrased this was as, if we're going to get reprints, do you want to see alternate arts of those cards reprinted? And so like, instead of getting the standard arts as we did, would you rather have gotten, looks like Mike's having connection issues at the hotel, which is what I figured was going on.
Yep.
Would you have rather have alternate art cards reprinted? So like, instead of the Magnagimon, for example, it's now textured. Would you have rather seen a unique art for it? Or would you just rather the standard art? Most people prefer that alternate art. The next most...
If it's a brand new art, sure.
Yeah,
but
that's the only thing
realistically, who cares? I thought you meant like reprint the old art version. No. But I was like, no. Because there's no point. There's no value in your old AAs anymore.
I couldn't like phrase that in the question because I could only put so many things. So if anybody wants to like retract their vote, like I totally get it. But the way that I phrased it to be, or I wanted it to be, was that if we're going to get reprints, give us some new arts.
Hell yeah, I want
so
some
that
new art,
not
bro.
just. Right. So it's like, instead of, I mean, the textured SRs are nice. I like those. But like some of the other cards, like they came foiled, and I like that. At least there's some incentive to buying, for example, Jack Raids, or the now, I'm not gonna mention that card. The Jack Raids or the Blinding Rays and whatever other cards. So it's nice that they come foiled, but I would have liked to see like new arts for them. And I know Bandai can afford that, so that's not a problem. 5 people said standard art reprints. 4 people said small number and medium number of new cards. 1 person said not, or a large amount of new cards. I think the general consensus is that people would rather reprints be reprints and new cards be new cards. And I think we can all agree on that, especially for this set. There was such a small ratio of new cards. We would have rather have RB1 Resurgence Booster as Ghost Game cards and then give us reprints in something like what they're doing for LM2, which is limited pack, stands for some shit like that. And it's literally a set full of alternate bordered card reprints. So it's kind of like a combination of like what
other card games do that though as well. They have a reprint set, throw a couple of new cards in it, because you gotta sell the reprint set. A lot of people, some people don't care about reprint sets, but like throwing a couple new cards that people want, they're gonna want to buy it. So like they have to do that. It's just
I mean, I don't disagree, but maybe if we had gotten it, like, I don't know how often Yu-Gi-Oh releases new cards in those tins. Like, is that the same kind of thing?
Well, now is different than it used to be, like, especially when I played. Now they have like specific promos they just throw in there now. A lot of times where they like new cards.
Okay.
So I don't know. Back then it was just a reprint set basically.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
where they combine different sets and they have a giant mega pack. Yeah. That's what it used to be. Now it's a little bit different where they added promos to them. Not promos, but like cards that, you know, when you buy, you get them in the pack with it, you know?
Right. So that's that. 6 votes for basically separating the set for old cards and new cards. I think that's like the bigger thing. The gripe is with Bandai in the way that like the ratios were for the set. Because I know for those Yu-Gi-Oh sets, fucking what's that card called?
Yeah, they used to be amazing. I used to love buying tins because you get some bangers in them.
They still are. I remember the one time I'd gotten into it, it was some Despia card. It was like maybe like $100 when it came out. And in that tin, bro,
obviously that like version it drops
$1
to like maybe like 20.
Yeah.
Right. It's like maybe $10 from the max, bro, but like they're great. And they're also sometimes the same rarity, so it's like, who cares?
One of the greatest reprint sets of all time, bro. Dual Devastator, I think. It was this box you could get, right? And it had just fucking gas in it, bro. And it was just gas on gas on gas on gas of just meta relevant cards from Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. Ash was in there. I think was Evenly in there, Dan? I don't remember. It was just gas.
I think I remember what you told me. It was like a box set, right? And it was like
set, bro.
Staples.
Just staples.
Because it was
bro.
That was the one that had like it had like all the hand traps plus like a shiny Gamma Seal plus like I don't know if Evenly Match was in it. I don't even know if Evenly Match was out at that point, but I know exactly what you're talking about because I bought that.
It was just it was $20, I'm pretty sure, bro, for just a meta, like such relevant cards, dude. And it was, they were all ultra rare too. They weren't like fucking commons, like they were nice ultra rares. Every card in the set was.
Yeah, this man Dachi said Mike streaming from his cassette player.
Bro, yeah, I'm in fucking Nebraska.
He's in Nebraska on hotel
Do I
Wi-Fi.
sound
Don't
fine,
worry,
though?
I think you're kind of like breaking up, but I think it'll just be on the live. I think when like I edit the
you're
video,
lagging pretty bad supposedly.
I believe it.
I think when I edit the video, I'll have like all of your local thing because it's recording you locally right now. Yes. I think I'll have that, and then the actual production of the podcast will look better. But you know, this is live, so now the live problems. So. Also, the card was it wasn't a Despia card, my bad. It was some Dogmatica card.
That was relevant at that moment.
Yeah. That being said, that's everything there. Let's get to chat real quick. Let's catch up. So, Mike kind of dipped like he was trying to avoid y'all. He was trying to avoid us last weekend. Can't strip sources on no sources. This is true.
I let them know weeks in fucking advance, okay? I said,
he did. And I was like, Mike, you're really going to miss the championship showdown? And he was like, yes.
He thought it was more important than us, guys. Just remember. Not us. Y'all should say. Y'all.
Stop. Y'all have thrown me into the fucking bus.
Unbelievable.
What if I meet my future wife, yo? I meet my future wife and my friends are trying to hold me back.
Then we'll look back on this podcast. I'll make sure to play this part at your wedding.
That's crazy.
And be like, we're so proud of Mike for actually going, you know, things like that.
Dreadful Boredom says, yo, what I missed, just follow today. Been hearing the podcast pretty good. What's up? What's going on? Welcome. Thanks. It's going pretty good. We just started, exactly.
Yeah, we just started for the live.
RBO1 kind of...
The spicy stuff hasn't come out yet.
Cloud water. It tastes like an each cloud. 01 not nay. I don't know. Thank you for the follow. RB1 is great. Literally 9-cent Kaiser nails, and they're foiled. I love that. It's how much I brought mine for. Amazing 90 at my locals for RB01, but Amazon has it for 55. That's my problem with the set. I know a lot of stores.
What you go do? You go to Amazon and buy for $55.
Yeah, that's my problem though. Like I hate that stores were charged $9 or however much they pay, $600, $700, $800 for this to have to sell it and then take a loss because the value online has just dwindled so much. It's really really bad. Unique arts, like brand new arts, would have been great. Yes, sir. That is exactly what I would have wanted for it to be. Stained glass would have been cool. I don't know about all that. I mean, I would like that. I'm not asking for all that. I just would have liked some new arts for the reprints.
For sure.
Would there be a future reprint box for other sets? Yeah, I'm sure they'll.
They have like a LM set. I don't know, limited.
I don't understand the purpose of it.
It's weird
because LM01 is like all new cards, 16 new cards. And then here's LM2.
And then LM02 is
which is
reprints.
Literally all reprints. And it's like not even like, it's like a whole array of reprints. Like they're reprinting Quartzmon, which is BT12.
Yeah.
They're reprinting BT13 Kudamon, which I love because I'm getting a nice yellow border. But like,
what? I just need to know what the fuck LM stands for. Ligma? Like
limited?
Like what the fuck is? What is RB?
RB is Resurgence Booster. That's right. No, it's actually Resurgence Booster.
Yeah.
Whoa, you can also say reprint booster as well.
I call it reprint booster, exactly.
LM is,
but it
LM
is Resurgence booster. Asura says, "I love reprint sets. How can catch up on Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah, that's great. Reprint of BT9 would be great. That's kind of I feel like they've kind of like reprinted some of the cards, or they've just kind of like power crept some of the cards that you would have used from BT9. Because LMO2 will fulfill as part of that gap, and then of course the newer cards that are coming out. Because the main card that you want a BT9 for, Dexmod, is getting reprinted in LM, which to be seen how the fuck we'll get that, because I believe we're getting LM as a box topper or some bullshit. Just fucking go figure. Give me promos, then they cater to the meta. This Tins had new cards every time that I remember. Probably Brander Fusion.
Hey, Ashura Kage, we haven't got there. Relax. Don't spoil anything for him, all right?
Mike has no love for the homies. Be kind of Mike, man, just got off of work. We don't know if he had a snack yet for today. He had a whole 2 hours.
Yeah,
to
he had 2 hours.
Get a snack and use the bathroom.
No. What happened was, bro, I was with so this is like one of my first times traveling with my coworker. So we're both at different.
What's their name?
What?
Her?
Ow. Stop.
Her?
Did I hear that right?
What is? No.
They got to share in a hotel too. Jeez, Mike.
Shit.
Stop. Anyway, so fucking, we're out till we both finished up at 5. We were like texting like, yo, what do you want to do? So we went out to this fucking bar. We drank a little bit too much, so then we had to fucking wait a little bit while we were out. You know what I mean? Like it was a bit. Like I just got home.
Okay.
Going to the bars with your coworker. Okay.
Y'all are fucking.
We know where this is headed after pod is done.
Yeah, all right. So Dreadful Boredom said, didn't Konami make one Dual Devastator and never made another because it was too good of value for players? Crazy.
Yes, sir.
Coach says, as long as they don't screw with the current foiling, yeah, agreed, because BT11 foiling was really bad. Trey says, BSS set 2 is what, $22 a box now? Is it that low? Holy shit, that's bad. That is nuts. I know set 1 was like 450 max for a case.
Hey, we don't talk about bad card games in BSS.
Oh, right. Hey, they're getting some Evangelion collaboration.
Yeah, so
set.
That's cool.
It is cool. If they had said Gundam, would have been a completely different story. But this motherfucker said Ligma. Digimon SR plus foiling is nice. The rare ones suck ass. Yeah. All hail Jessmon. I'm gonna be our BT15 pulls. Yeah, that's fucking. I don't like that. But Gregorio Clamdini, what's up? What's going on? Welcome. Going on, we about to be ready. Let me do more than one check in a Dexter Ruger stack. I agree with that, coach. Sir out here wildin'. Same room, same bed from Joe. Also wildin'. Self-reporting. Oh man.
Yeah. That's funny as hell right now.
Just saying, banging on the company dime is nice. Don't ask me how I know. Joe Mojo.
Hey, Joe Mojo, this man wildin'. Hey, for the record, Joe Mojo, we ain't gonna tell nobody. Don't worry, it stays in this chat.
That game is gonna be deceased by next year. If the Evangelion set tanks, I think the same. LM set in Japan is seeded, so if you buy a box, you get 2 of each card. Ain't same here.
That's kind of, you get 2 of each
All
card.
right.
That's kind of nice, actually.
All right. Anyways, let's move on with topics.
It is time. It is that time. We're 23 minutes in, so we're right on time. Because the rest of the podcast is all of this.
All right, one second.
The ban list was revealed. No, you don't Google. I tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, we tell you, Mike, and we want to see your facial reaction.
They're not even gonna be able to fucking see my facial reaction, bro. I'm a fucking.
yeah,
I'm apparently pixelated, bro. I got no.
They'll see it delayed. They'll see it delayed. But all right, so the ban list was dropped today. Mike, how many cards do you think were hit?
Do I think we're
hit? Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
What's your prediction? What's your prediction,
Yes,
Mike?
give me the predictions. What do you think was hit?
Garurumon X.
Okay.
All right, what else?
What else do I think was hit? Shine Gray, Marcus was hit.
Okay, BT12, I assume.
Yeah, either one, I don't care. One of the Marcuses got it.
Trez, he did not see it. He only knows one thing about the list.
What else got it? I don't know. Did they hit fucking... I feel like they had to have hit purple shit. I just don't know. Did they hit...
Okay.
They wouldn't hit Lugamon because BT14 still needs to sell. I don't know.
01 not NA, whatever your name is. Sorry, no offense. Me and Vardy know, and we already had like most of the discussion. Mike really didn't see anything, so that's why we have him guess right now.
I honestly don't know what else could have. But I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm thinking. I'm thinking something from where Garurumon line got hit, and something from Shine got hit. So I'm going to Garurumon X and a Marcus. So, and I'm sure a third thing got it.
Okay, and do you
It's more than 3 things, but
do you think any cards got unrestricted?
Well, I know. The one thing I did see a card got unrestricted, and I know Tommy got unrestricted.
Right. Which card?
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know if anything else got unrestricted. I don't know what else they would take on.
All right.
So start with number 1.
So ban number 1 is starter deck
restricted to 1.
Starter deck 6 Gabumon.
Is that fucking on deletion draw 2 trash team?
No.
No.
When attacking, draw 1 trash.
Draw one.
Trash one. Okay, so that got hit to 1. That's kind of weird.
Yes. To 1.
Okay.
Yep. Reasoning. Digimon with effects that can attack in succession are able to send targeted cards to the trash at a faster rate than expected, and the output of effects that take advantage of the trash and the stability of the deck is higher than expected due to the inherited effect of this card to exchange hands multiple times in 1 turn. In addition to the above, this card is a level 3 and can evolve to Gabumon X Antibody at 0 cost, so the timing of the inherited effect is highly flexible, which narrows the range of design of active effects and effects utilizing trash.
Okay, but I feel like Bandai's kind of stupid for that because they literally made a purple Melgo line that was suspended, so I don't know why they're like, it was unexpected that a deck could unsuspend and keep doing this effect. Like, what the fuck
I don't disagree with you.
What the fuck do they mean that it was unexpected? Like, were they not just like, woo, we already have purple Gabumon cards. This won't matter in the future? Fucking idiot.
Right, exactly. Yep.
I don't disagree with you, but I have points to hit on that. Number 2. This was the second one that you asked. This is the first one you said. BT2 Gabumon on deletion, draw 2 trash.
Oh, that also got hit?
Yeah, wow. So both the purple Gabumons got hit.
Just
it is very versatile.
Okay.
Yeah. It is very versatile among the hand exchange effects due to its ability to send a targeted card to the trash while increasing the number of cards in the hand with the inherited effect. In addition, since it has this effect as a level 3 evolution source, it can perform this hand exchange at a very early stage, and as a result, it is so powerful that there is no need to use other methods. Thus, we have decided to limit this card, which is fair.
That was, I mean,
if you're going for draw power.
Obviously, I haven't played the new Melga support and stuff. BT15, EX5, all the shit. But that, like, BT2 Gabumon, that was the Gabumon I always preferred playing over, you know, the purple one. I played the fuck out of that in Beelstar. That's a great fucking card. That combined with like the Eismon combo that card was so strong.
That card was, that card with anything in purple, you're like, all right, what's my rookies?
Digivolve Eismon on top of that, bro, and you're fucking living life.
That's it. Draw, what is that? A total of draw 6, trash 4? Is wild. Not that it helped a lot of the time, though.
With the Demi-Marimon underneath, that was fucking nuts.
No, it would be with the Demi-Maras, draw 7, trash 4.
No. Oh shit, yeah, it is. Draw 7, trash 4. Holy shit, yeah. That's some big cycle. All right, the next hit. You ready? BT13 Geo Gray.
Okay, I mean, that's kind of unfortunate because I was looking forward to using that in the vaccine stuff. I was looking forward to how it could help Mastamon, but I do understand because it's a really strong. But I don't think that makes Shine Greymon. I think that's a good hit because I don't think it makes Shine Greymon unplayable.
It loses the consistency of playing Marcus for free.
But now I have points we'll touch on later about the consistency
we'll
of
get
it.
everything. We just want you to know the.
So when using Shine Greymon decks, Marcus Damon becomes central to play. Duh. And the card was intended to be a card similar to BT12 Geo Gray that plays Tamers. However, because it can play Tamers from areas other than a hand, the speed and reliability of playing Marcus Damon cards was greater than predicted, leading to greater precision of one-shot wins with Shine Greymon decks. Because this card is a vaccine card, yellow vaccine decks also allow Tamers to be played at greater speeds than predicted when BT14 Patamon is included. In addition, at level 4 and higher, an effect allows for playing from security stack instead of from the hand, and because the effect specifies red or yellow Tamer, the card design is limited to decks that use red or yellow Tamers, so we limited the bitch.
I'll be honest, I don't even think that that's like the real issue on why that card is so busted. It's because unlike the B11G, right? The
BT12 Geo Gray.
Is that what it is? Yeah, BT12 Geo Gray. You can only play the Marcus if you don't want to have one on the field already. That Geo Gray has.
Yeah, you can't play Marcus if you don't have
that. Geo Gray has.
Geo Gray is just straight up play.
You can continue playing it.
Doesn't matter what's on. That's what I think is the most busted.
Agreed. All right, next one's a doozy. EX4 Mach Galgamon.
Are you skipping?
No.
Or is that how really?
That's the order. That's the order.
Never mind. Okay.
EX. All right. Kind of.
This is when Digivolving, return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to its owner's hand, and when attacking, once returned, if your opponent has 8 or more cards in their hand, unsuspend this Digimon.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a weird. I mean, it's
the general consensus.
We didn't get to see any like good Mach Galgamon really plays. I mean, I think it did good in Ultimate Cups. It did well in the Ultimate Cup, right? Here.
You mean Mirage?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Mirage did well in Ultimate.
Remember,
Cups.
This is
but they have training cards.
Remember when you're thinking this,
they
right?
have training cards.
Yeah, exactly.
But even with that,
they're already ahead. So like
but I just don't like. Does it even matter right now? Like, how much more is Mirage winning compared to anything else right now?
So, we'll get to it. We'll get to it,
but
I'll just give you the Bandai reasoning. When using Mirage Galgamon decks, pairing this card's inherited effect along with the inherited effects of cards such as EX4 Galmon or EX4 Galgamon, both of which are when a card is added to your opponent's hand by an effect, gain a memory, allowed for faster Digi-evolutions to level 6 than predicted, and as a result, interfering with opponents' moves using BT11 Mirage Galgamon was faster than other Mach Galgamon cards. In addition, the conditions for the unsuspending effect in this card's inherited effect are looser than other Mock Galgamon cards, since it activates when attacking, allowing for greater attack capacities. As a result of these two factors, other Mock Galgamon cards fall by the wayside, and Mirage Galgamon decks have greater stability than predicted. So we'll touch on Galgamon later.
Another just stupid.
I don't think it's stupid, but I get why they did it.
Like,
we'll talk about it.
Oh yeah, this card was actually good, so people were playing. They were like,
we'll get there.
They're like,
the last hit.
This is actually a good card.
The last hit.
Yeah.
The most important hit.
So this is 5 hits on this list.
The tiers.
5 hits.
That's a pretty decent list.
The most important hit. BT7. Eismon Scatter.
No fucking way. No fucking shot. Wow.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Okay.
It has long been an effective card in decks that utilize trashing, but its ability to exchange a very large number of cards at level 4 has greatly reduced the usage rate of other cards with hand exchange effects. In addition, the effect is so powerful that deck designs that utilize the trash must be based on this card.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good fucking card. I mean, I can't... It was a good card. I'm just... Honestly, bro,
Grace Cherry, always good,
I'm going
right?
back out to the bar after this and pouring one out for my guy Eismon, bro. Holy shit.
So,
That card kept purple. That card might have been one of the only cards to keep purple relevant until EX5, bro.
Yeah.
I don't disagree.
That's crazy.
For anything that's not Lugamon.
Yeah.
In B214.
Wow. That's a surprise. I mean, like, it's a really good card. It's a really strong card, so I understand it. But damn, like, that was a good card, man. I'm just go pour one out for that.
Yeah.
Dude. That was a homie right there, bro. Damn.
That one's tough.
That's
So
he was goated.
You predicted that Garurumon would get hit. No, it did not get hit. Instead, its boys, the two Gabus, got hit.
Yeah.
You predicted a BT12 Marcus would get hit. No, Geogridmon got hit. More purple shit you predicted? Yeah, purple got fucking smacked up.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yep.
Damn.
Oh, man.
For the sins of Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Now, are you ready for the unrestriction list?
Let's hear it.
So, BT7, Tommy Himi, you already know. In past game environments, when this card was widely used, this card's on-play effect was a factor that allowed decks that used hybrid cards as main cards to immediately attack more easily than predicted and more effectively than decks that required multiple standard Digivolutions, creating an imbalance in play. Even among hybrid decks, effects in blue hybrid decks that prevented attacking and blocking were particularly strong, and this led to a heavy burden on other decks. However, in recent game environments, there has been an increase in cards that can counter Digievolution card removals and can counter effects that prevent attacking/blocking. Therefore, it is unrestricted.
I don't know how I feel about something. That
God,
card is fucking
the boy
toxic
menace
as shit.
is back.
So like, here's my thought process with it right now, bro. Is I feel like you just run blue hybrid, right? And All Force top end, fucking insane.
You play All Force?
Yeah, All Force top end.
Because you just play Tamers.
Yeah, I do not like that at all. I'll be 100% honest. We'll see what happens. I hate that fucking card. I hate how fucking strong it is, just coming down and stripping sources straight away. I hate it's inheritable. I don't know. And now, oh my god,
everything
and
about
we have
it.
the fucking what's the blue ace from fucking Zunamon Ace?
Yes.
Yep, Zunamon.
We're gonna get there.
Strong.
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Busted, bro. I don't know. We'll see. I hate that card.
We're gonna get there.
Okay, did they take off Zoe then? Is yellow hybrid free? It's silent. Why is it silent?
I'm sorry, Leppy. Hold on. Lep, you are so wrong when it comes to the Tommy Unbanned. It's not even funny. I don't know if you didn't play in that era or not, but like top blue hybrid is gonna see things. Whether it's blue hybrid mixed with other blue decks, it's gonna make a resurgence. It's gonna be a top 16 deck again. I guarantee it. We'll talk more about it, but in the future,
we're gonna
after we tell.
We're gonna get to chat in a second.
We'll get.
There was one more unrestricted card, Mike.
Is it Zoe? Is yellow
one
hybrid
more
free?
No.
No.
I fucking wish.
Okay.
I wish.
What'd they take off?
BT6.
Savior Huckmon?
Savior Huckmon.
No fucking way.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Before we even dive into the reasoning for taking it off the list, why they literally just said on the same list that Mock Galgamon was banned because it was too easy to unsuspend. How is Savior not too easy to unsuspend? The fucking card says unsuspend. Like, I don't understand.
It's so weird.
That makes fucking absolute. I mean, like, good for Jessmon, bro. I'll play that fucking deck again. But that makes absolutely zero fucking sense. Like, what the fuck? What is Bandai's reasoning for it coming on?
In past game environments, when this card was widely used, its effect and BT6 Jessmon's effect that played Sistermon cards were very powerful. And when the unsuspending effect in this card's inherited effect was paired with BT6 Jessmon's piercing, they failed to mention starter deck Greymon's security attack +1. Security stacks could be rapidly worn down without being affected by defensive strategies such as blocker, also due to Judgment of the Blade. However, we have determined that decks that can counter these strategies have increased in recent game environments, and therefore the bitch is unrestricted.
I'm gonna play the deck, but I don't like that.
Hey, yo, I'm playing Dorp with 4 of them. I'm swinging 5 checks, swing on spend game.
Hell yeah, bro. But I feel some type of way. Whatever.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, there is Dexmon out there, but like, still like a more consistent OTK from a Jessmon deck is, I think that makes it pop off.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
I wasn't expecting Savior to come off anytime soon.
We'll continue talking about. Yeah.
All right,
real quick. So after hearing all this, what is your quick thoughts of the ban list?
I'm indifferent. I feel like I'm kind of upset that they hit the Gabu. And I am also kind of upset that they also I'm not gonna remember Eismon. But I guess I'm okay with it for the most part because they didn't hit any new cards, so I guess we don't have to worry about like getting a set and then not being able to play those cards, which is nice. But I don't really know if this fixes any issues with the current state of the game.
For JP, at least.
All right, so
my thing real quick.
Go ahead.
I think you're gonna hit this point too as well. I think it's okay to like, it's in between like good and bad. Like, I understand why they did the things they did, but my thing is all these hits are happening because of BT15 meta. Why are we getting this now? Why don't we have 2 ban lists? We need to have a 2 ban list. This is my first thought process after looking at it. Is we need a OCG and a TCG ban list. There's absolutely no reason for us to have Eismon hit in BT14. No reason. Belfmon becomes a super slow deck now, you know what I'm saying? And even with the Eismon, it was still sometimes janky because the way it worked, And then, like, I understand Geogray and then like Mock Galgamon in that sense, but like, man, we just need 2 different lists already. There's no reason why we don't have that. And like, I feel bad for JP because like, they wait for so long to hit stuff. It's not even funny. Like, why are you now hitting Shine Gray and Mock and Mirage? when the problem they dealt with the problem already. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, they're not like, lower tier decks, but it's just the meta right now in that current environment is so much cracked because of the 4 decks that's up there with Fenrir, Apocla, Anubis, and Metal Garurumon. You now hit those decks? Why? That's why I say, we should have 2 different lists, because it makes no sense now.
When does this list go in?
They're like the true for us, November 17th.
Oh,
the release of BT14.
They're the true test dummies.
Fucking
they're the true test dummies.
Wow. We're the fucking idiots in this situation, though. We have to fucking, that sucks.
And then we get effed because it's like, sometimes, because it's like, why are we getting hits when we shouldn't have them yet?
All right, so
it's crazy.
Before I talk about anything on my thoughts on the matter, because I'm gonna fucking go off.
We'll go into detail on each card, but I just want my overview.
We're gonna
the overview of what your thought process was.
No, I'm gonna talk for a solid 5 minutes. I want to get to chat before chat gets too long, real quick here. So yeah, Dreadful Boredom. That Gobblemon is not a once per turn, and I agree that's why that card was hit. The new starter deck Gobblemon basically replaces that card because it is limited to a once per turn. Let's see, what else do we got here? Shine wasn't the issue with Geo Gray, though. Of course, it was always going to be a quick thing. Marcus was never going to be hit. The reason I believe Marcus was never going to be hit, as much as we say Bandai doesn't look at, our meta and make decisions, they kind of do. They just don't do it in a way that we like. They limited Marcus.
Yeah, they just want to wait for us to buy the product.
They limited Marcus for the Ultimate Cups, and then there were no Shine Greymon tops. I think that there was one. And I think that alone speaks volumes as to why Marcus would have never gotten touched, because I think you can even we've definitely seen them neuter decks into out of existence before, such as Tommy with Blue Hybrid, and Jet Sophie with Yellow Hybrid. But considering how recent Shine was, and how many sets of support you had to buy for Shine support, I don't think they would have touched the Marcus or the Geo Gray. It would have been the Geo Gray or the Rise Gray, and the Geo Gray makes the most sense, not because it's logical for Shine, but because it fulfills Bandai's agenda to nerf yellow decks into the ground, which I'll touch on later.
Oh boy. This man said he got an agenda for yellow. Okay, all right. I'll let you finish reading the chat. Even though I've been reading it myself, but
Geo Gray hits safest to keep Shine playable, but still set to see for literally every other yellow deck. This is true.
I don't mind the Geo Gray hit.
Gregorio, I think it's fine as well for the most part. Gregorio said he would have probably liked to see the training boost and Bukamon hit. We'll get to that. Limits Mach to 1 because they need to hit their daily quote. Of course. They should have just banned regular scatter mode, basically a dead card. I mean, I'll play the one of, but I do hate seeing it as a one of all cards. My play group was saddened for the loss of Eismon. Agreed. What else do we got here? It wasn't a long time ago, but now you just need.
Eismon tonight. I'm done. Right after this.
Yeah, we are.
After this fucking live, everyone go grab some liquor, bro. Some good shit. Post it in our Discord of you pouring it out for our boy.
Or bad shit, so you don't waste the bad shit.
Yeah, or bad shit.
Don't waste the good shit.
I'm gonna waste some good shit.
America. Shady says America gonna feel that blue hybrid PTSD soon.
Dude, I'm fucking not excited for that.
The decks of today out power creep the decks of banned cards. Also unban my fucking boy. If Saver could be unbanned, unban my damn Doro Greymon. Yeah, no. Take Greymon X off the list. Also no. Alpha is still 100 times more memory efficient than Jess. True. They're banking on you drawing into Sisters and Genku instead of possibly being set up to OTK. Blah, blah, blah. If they put Marcus to 2, the list would have been fire for me. If only they did semi-restrictions. We need to wait and have sets catch up with the English audience. I have thoughts on that. Belfa dead. I wouldn't say it's dead, but it's damn sure on fucking death's door.
It's way slower. Once BT14 moves around.
Belfa went to tier 2 easily, yeah. Ruin mode for one memory is a very balanced strategy. Let's see here. Barney's on his bullshit. Tinfoil hat time, baby. All right.
I heard you say,
Good.
someone said the decks of today like power creep the banned cards that we have already. Which, like, yeah, true, but like also not always if those decks keep getting support. Like,
or generic support like in training boosts. That just helps the decks,
Yeah.
All right, so let me go on my.
All right, let Varney go on his 5-minute soapbox real quick.
I'm gonna free ball.
Oh
here.
wait, I got one more thing before you go on.
Go ahead.
If they can unrestrict Tommy and Savior Huck, I hate saying this, they can unrestrict Jet Sylphie, they can unrestrict Doro Greymon, because at this point it doesn't matter. If those cards can come off, Doro Grey can come off, honestly.
Jet Sylphie, I'm surprised.
You think Doro Grey can come off?
I'm surprised Jet Sylphie can't.
I think Jet Sylphie can come off, no problem.
I kept saying Zoe before. I was just stunned by the fucking Tommy and Savior hit. But I meant Jet Sylphie, obviously. I'm surprised that Jet Sylphie's still there after Tommy coming off.
I think what they can do if take off Doro Grey. I mean, take off Doro Grey and put what's it called? Oriyamon. That lets you unsuspend. If unsuspend is the issue, you can take off Doro Grey, keep the sec +1s, and you just take off the unsuspend.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think I disagree.
I'm not gonna lie to you. After you told
Especially
me,
we got another Oriyamon, so you might as well, like, because that's like, I'm gonna let you get your soapbox going, but like come on now, like, if that's the case, Tommy and Savior Huck come off, a lot of cards can come off.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm surprised that I really was leaning towards Jet Sylphie because I knew Tommy got off because they got rid of the BT13 Geo Gray, and I was like, well, if I was a yellow hybrid player and I had Jet Sylphie, I'd play the BT13 Geo Gray in that deck because you get to play Tamers.
Hell yeah.
So I was really surprised after they hit that to 1. I was like, oh, then I'm assuming Jet Sylphie's gonna be it. But,
All right, so Varney's soapbox time.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Number 1. This ban list reinforces the fact that the one thing that Bandai really truly only cares about is money and lining their pockets with money. The reason that is because I said this to Dan on Monday. I said it to Dan, I said it to y'all who are in the Discord. I said, I actually don't think Garurumon X is going to be hit, and here is why. I said Garurumon X isn't going to be hit because Japan just got it. They're on BT15, they just got EX5. The earliest they've hit a card is 2 sets, which would have been, if I'm remembering correctly, BT9 with Scatter Mode, Tommy, and Jet Sylphie. Because Japan was on BT9 meta, because EX...
No, Tommy and Jet Sylphie, it was just the Eismon. Tommy and Jet Sylphie was
the Scatter Mode, but then they were later, right. So for BT9...
It was just a regular Eismon.
For BT9, that Scatter Mode got hit, or sorry, not Scatter Mode, Eismon got hit for us going into BT8, but Japan was on BT9 meta, it was 2 sets later that card got hit. And the general trend has been 2 sets minimum before Bandai hits a card. We don't even have... Garurumon X isn't out until January. November, December, and then January. At least when BT8 was coming, we were like on the cusp of BT7 when we saw that Eismon was going to be hit, and BT8 was due out like a month and a half later or some shit. Maybe 2 months. I don't remember. I can't remember the exact timelines, but they're not going to hit cards that just came out. People who were clamoring for Apocalypse hits were bugging because
that was never gonna happen.
That was never gonna happen for 2 reasons. Remember when people were clamoring for Dexmon hits? That never happened. They're not. I don't think they will ever in their lives touch a secret. I don't think so. Never. I don't think they'll ever do it. And even if they do, they are damn sure not doing it before 2 sets have passed for them to make their money. Now, with that in mind, that reinforces the point that Dan made earlier and that I'm going to say right here. Why do we not have separate ban lists for English and for Japanese? These are straight up patchwork hits for the Japanese audience. This is Bandai saying to the Japanese audience, listen, we understand what the problems are. And while we can't help you right now, here's what we can try to do for you so that we can appease to you guys and not make our English player base quit the game. That is what they said. They're not going to hit Garurumon. So what do they hit? The 2 Gabumons. Okay, fine. Whatever.
So I have a question, actually.
Mhm.
So a lot of the lists that I've seen that were playing like the purple Melga stuff in it, it's not like I didn't see a lot of people playing like 4 BT2 Gabumon and 4 Starter Deck 6 Gabumon, and then like you know what I mean? Like I didn't see a lot of that happen. So
I haven't looked at the list, so I can't say for sure. The only thing that I'll tell you is that what else do you ban to try to appease the players wanting Garuru?
I would say banned? So here it is. I think what it was the actual Melga decks running more of the starter deck 6 Gabumon because they were allowed to swing unsuspend a bunch of times, so you keep drawing.
That one is fair.
And then the BT2 Gabumon was more for the Apocalypmon, and same with the Eismon, because that was their main engine besides the Guru engine. So they were using probably both, maybe different decks, different versions of it, but they were using definitely both.
And I also thought that like I have to look at the list and stuff, but I thought like if you're just gonna run the Metal Garurumon stuff, like if you were gonna run like pure Metal Garurumon, I thought that the blue base was still technically better.
In BT15 because
why would you keep drawing?
In BT15 because they ran the Bukamons that give them the jamming, and they also ran that new blue Gabumon.
Yes.
I don't know if it might Digivolve 0 over Sunomon, but it doesn't matter if you're running the Bukamon for the jamming.
Yeah, it does Digivolve. Well, it doesn't matter. It Digivolves 0 over a blue Gabumon.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, the blue base is better. Just strictly, I think what it was the Bukamon, but also because of that Gabumon.
So like that's what I'm like. I'm just confused by the different. I mean, I don't know. I have to.
Again, it's really and truly. Again, it goes right back to the thought process. We can't ban Garurumon for you right now. Here's what we can do for you.
Yeah.
Regardless of if they're good or not, there's nothing else that they can do because they're not going to touch Garurumon, so they're going to touch the Gabumons that you can go into. And they're not, for Apocalypmon, Drabu got hit, or Purple Drabu, I should say, and Scatter Mode got hit. So now they're all going to run the Garurumon engine, but they're also not going to be able to abuse the Starter Deck 6 Gabumon, nor the On Deletion Gabumon again. But they're still going to have the Draw 2 Trash 2 of the Garurumon X, and there's a lot of shit there, but
it's just weird because it's like you still so you have one Starter Deck 6 Gabumon and you have one BT2 Gabumon, then you have 4 Starter Deck 16 Gabumon, so that's 6, and then you play 4 Gabumon X, like the blue purple,
So you still got 10 rookies.
Yeah. Melga X will be fine.
I'm not talking about
Melga X.
I'm not talking about Melga X. I'm talking about just purple. I'm talking about
because I don't think a purple deck running the Garuru X engine will run the Gabu X because the inheritable is just the deletion prevention by returning cards to the bottom of the deck, and it searches for X antibody and Garurumon, so they won't run that. So they have 6 draw rookies. So using Garuru X outside of that archetype means you only have 6 Gabu targets if you're going for, the draw trash of those cards.
I guess I just also don't understand because Garurumon from Star Deck 16, right, which a lot of people play that just Digivolves 2 over a purple. It's not like it Digivolves 3 over something. Like that's
don't
still
understand that either.
Garurumon X is still 0 over that card. So I don't understand that at all.
Yep.
Like it doesn't make sense to me because even if what I'm saying is even if they're taking away all these other Gabumons, the Starter Deck 16 Gabumon is still fucking busted.
No, actually it does Digivolve 3.
What?
It only Digivolves 0 over Garurumon X.
No, I'm not saying I'm saying
Garuru X
16.
No, he was saying Garurumon
still Digivolves 2 over level 3.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Right.
So there's not I don't understand.
And that's still what, a draw 1 trash 1, right?
Star Deck 16 Garurumon? Yeah. It's draw 1 trash 1, and also it has a security effect.
Yeah.
So like that's why
like I said,
I don't really understand it, because what I saw from a lot of people in Japan playing like that base, I haven't looked at lists in a bit, but it was like you only played 4 Gabumon, like any of the Gabumon. Like you played 4 of some of the Gabumons, right? So you played either Star Deck 16 Gabumon, or you played like 4 of the BT2 Gabumon, or you played 4 of the Star Deck 6 Gabumon, right? Whatever. But you only really played 4 Gabumon. It wasn't like you were playing 8. Like you played 4, and then you played like
again,
you played Psychmons, and you played like Gabumons.
You're missing the point.
I'm not.
But you're missing the point.
I know that Bandai did it only for money because they needed to sell sets. I'm just saying I don't see how this doesn't fix any problems.
No, it doesn't. But it's them as a company saying, well, here you go. I hope you guys can live with this and don't hate us until we can actually address the problem when English gets EX5, and then we'll hit it 2 weeks after Nationals like we did with Greymon X, because I'm exactly sure that's what's about to happen. We're about to go into Nationals.
Definitely.
We're going to see Anubismon tear it up, but we're also going to see Melga tear it up, and then they're going to be like, all right, here you go. Here's that Guru X band you all wanted. But again,
yeah, exactly.
Why do we not have separate lists? Why does this list take effect for us on the fucking 17th? To be honest, we don't even need the Shine and Mirage hits. The one thing we might need them for is if they get so unhandleable with the training boost. But we can deal with that when the time comes. We don't need scatter mode or these Gabumons to be hit on BT14. We could have gotten these hits for EX5 when the actual problems start coming out, or even for BT15 like Dan said. So why are we getting these hits so early? I don't understand that. It's so infuriating because it's like, you want to make money, I get it. Make a fucking separate ban list.
I'm gonna be honest, bro.
Yeah,
I retract my statement.
We're at a point separate ban list is
This
needed.
might be one of the most useless fucking ban lists we've ever had. I honestly, after thinking about it, this does first of all, sorry for your Mirage players, I guess. Fuck cares if you're a Mirage player. Sorry. But like, I was never gonna fucking play that deck anyways. I don't give a shit. So like, what the this list don't do shit for me. Like genuinely, I cannot, like, who the fuck cares? Does anyone actually care about this list? Besides like Tommy coming off, which is kind of cool, and Savior coming off. Like now that
Greymon. I care
now
about
that we know
Greymon.
cards can come off the list, that's kind of cool. But I don't give a fucking flying fuck about any of this.
So let me continue with the soapbox real quick. So the purple shit got hit. At first I didn't want to see the scatter mode hit, but then like it started making a little bit more sense, and like I'm like, okay, I get it. It is what it is. The Geo Gray hit. I'm okay with the Geo Gray hit, to be honest. I personally probably would have preferred to see the Rise Gray hit, so that you can't, the BT13, so that you can't play out the Marcus for free on Digivolve, and it gives you less chances to recover Marcus into security. But to be honest, those motherfuckers will probably get away with running 5 Rise Greymon in a deck that it probably doesn't even matter. So, so what? I think the bigger thing is that this fulfills Bandai's agenda to nerf yellow into the ground every chance that they get, which is why Jet Sylphie didn't come off the ban list. I saw somebody in chat here say, I think it was Gregorio, he said unrestricted recovery is bad for the game. And then somebody followed up later, said that it makes OTK decks more viable with things like Jet Sylphie in the meta. And I disagree with you guys.
We're already OTKing out here.
I disagree with you guys so much.
I don't understand that one.
I think it's such a shit argument. I think that's the worst statement I've ever seen. And I'm sorry, but it's true. Think about it this way. If Yellow has been out of the meta since Jet Sylphie has gone, and it's on part Bandai because they haven't printed any good Yellow support. They have straight up just said, yeah, we're not going to give Yellow anything. Like, you can go suck one. BT14 comes around, they give us the Yellow vaccine stuff. Yellow vaccine stuff is great. It's not tearing anything up. It's good, all right? I remember when it came out, I remember the Japanese players are like, oh my goodness, Yellow vaccine stuff is so busted. Messenger of Hope needs to be limited. This stuff is, we can't. It's so unhealthy. And look at where they're at now. First of all, Japan is on best of one format, and I'm not going to say that their opinion is invalid. because they're on best of one format. It just reinforces why we need separate ban lists, because we won't have those same problems. But the fact that people think unlimited recovery is going to cause more OTK decks, we have OTK decks, and for example,
that doesn't change.
Russ Morrow just uploaded a video today with Melga versus Leviamon.
Ooh, I gotta watch that.
If he had, I'm sorry to spoil it, if he had Blitz Omni in hand, that was game, and there was nothing you could do about it. Nothing at all. He literally took 5 checks with no security attack +1. He got 5 checks in, and if he had the Blitz Omni, it was Blitz Omni for game. So, tell me again why unrestricted recovery is a bad thing when you have decks that can OTK with no problem, with almost, I wouldn't say no setup, but decks like Melga where, you use the training boost, you use the cool boy, or Jessmon, who is about to be swinging for 2 checks on suspend, 2 checks again, or potentially more because of the Jessmon GX. Why is unrestricted recovery a bad thing? You'd rather die faster than have somebody outlast in the game because you can't OTK them? Well, I'm sorry that you're not a control player and that you're erring on the side of the aggro players who just want to close out games fast, compared to the players like myself who wouldn't like to die so fast to these dumbass OTK/fast aggro. Rant done. Dan, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I got you. I actually, you know what, Varney? Outside the Bandai, wants to keep yellow down type part, I don't know about that part. I do agree with you about the yellow situation where I think Jack Sylph, if you can bring back Tommy, you could bring back Savior Huckmon, I think Jet Sylph could come back. And that unrestricted, we're gonna play AOTK deck. I'm gonna play decks that are gonna try smack him regardless of what deck he plays, because I like my OTK decks, especially now with Doorbrick. I might test the waters with Doorbrick, Savior Huck. I'm gonna throw him the 4 system on, draw 2, trash 1 type stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think we're at a point Jet Sylph could come back. I don't think it's an issue anymore. If we think that Tommy is not an issue, right? We think Savior Huck not an issue. Jet Sylph can come back. I think. I hate saying it, but I'm just looking at what facts.
Honestly?
Facts is that's what they think.
Honestly, I hope Jet Sylphy never comes off just to spite.
And I don't even know.
So you're on the Dan train now.
I think I might be. I don't know.
No, I'm not on the Dan train.
No, I mean,
Ray said Dora Gray can't come off and Jet Sylphy healing would make OTK the only viable strategy, as if OTK isn't a viable strategy currently.
Bro, we played, everybody plays, Fenrir Lugamon's not gonna care about that. If it's versus Yellow Hybrid, they're gonna keep doing their shenanigans regardless. Fenrir Luga's gonna keep doing what it's gonna do, you know what I'm saying? That's not gonna cause any change. It's gonna cause a change of people want to play a yellow deck.
Remember,
and I think Geo Gray would help yellow hybrid, right?
Yes.
So that being limited, and you could bring back Jet Sylphy, I don't think that's an issue anymore. Honestly, if again we think these other cards are not issues anymore, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, do you remember during
OTK?
Do you guys remember during BT8, BT9? Or I would say not BT9, sorry, because we didn't have Yellow Hybrid for BT9. Do you remember during BT8 and even BT7 where Yellow Hybrid was never the best deck in the format?
Leppy, I'm with you. I'm waiting to do that.
And Yellow Hybrid struggled to win events because Blue Hybrid. Because Blue Hybrid was generally the better deck to play because it was able to kill Yellow Hybrid. Obviously, Yellow Hybrid was recovering and such and whatnot, but Blue Hybrid was more powerful than Yellow Hybrid going into BT9 for Japan. They had I don't remember how that deck morphed. I think they were playing the Ophanis, so they were just recovering. Yeah. But again, those were all OTK decks. Those were all hide and raising OTK decks.
But we're that was a different time era. So you can make Yellow Hybrid maybe a little bit stronger with the new megas we're getting too. So you can do different things. That's not just
look at BT10 with Venusmon. everybody hates, I think the bigger thing is not just the unrestricted recovery. I think that's like a side thing. I think the fact that you could establish Venusmon in one turn is the thing a lot of people are more afraid of, because for some decks that shuts you off. For example, Jesmon. If I had Yellow Hybrid with Venusmon, I could shut that entire deck down if their entire predication is on starter deck Jesmon or Jesmon GX. The moment you get Sec +1, you're shut down. You have to get rid of my Venusmon. You can't get rid of Venusmon if you can't, activate your attacks and play shit out and whatnot. I think that's the bigger problem. I think getting to easy yellow level 6s, which are so powerful, but the problem is without training boost, they're hard to get into. That's why I think Yellow Vaccine is going to be such a great deck, because
I think it's awesome.
It's going to take care of a part of that issue with getting, first of all, we don't have good champions in yellow. Geogray just got hit, which means I need to modify my horse deck. There's so much implications as to why I think Jet Sylphie should be unlimited. I don't even know if I'd go back to playing it, to be honest with you. I would have to playtest and see if it's worth playing over just straight Yellow Vaccine stuff from BT14.
I think that's a different deck.
Exactly. It's two.
We might finally have. At this point, you're gonna get an option.
We might finally have two viable yellow decks, but Jet Sylphie stays on the ban list.
I forget who it was. I saw in the chat when he means by yellow decks, because he said, "Oh, but Shine Greymon's running around." He means monocolored yellow. We haven't had a real good monocolored yellow deck.
Yeah, I don't count multi. It's like talking about red or black. It's like talking about black and then mentioning Greymon.
Yeah. It's black and red.
I'd faster give you black for Machine Dramon. I'll tell you, I'll go on the Machine Dramon as a black deck.
Y'all say that,
not Greymon.
But y'all are color racist because you guys think I'm a blue player because I play Imperial.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You guys are like, well, you play.
Listen,
blue. You play blue, Mike. No, I don't. I play fucking Imperial, bro.
I mean, if it helps you, I guess
That's a whole fact.
I guess we can take the blue title away from you. We can give it to me because I now play All Force. So now I'm the blue player.
Bro,
dude
fucking I play All Force more than you do. Don't do that.
And he's like, yeah,
man plays it for one day. He plays it one day, and he felt okay about it. And watch, he's gonna continue playing, and he's gonna be like, "Where's my goddamn Rena? I can't find Renas. My Era Digimon keeps whiffing on Tamers. I can't. He's gonna come." He had an okay day, on last Sunday, but it's gonna happen. Anyways,
all right.
Back to Baylor. So, do you want to talk about each card individually and what we think about them?
Yeah. So let's talk about. Well, first let's go through chat here. Let's peel through chat. Sad they still didn't address Fenrir and Anubis with an Analog Boy hit. Anubis doesn't play Analog Boy. Anubis really,
I think they can though. I'm sure they can.
They can, but I looked at an Anubis list and it actually blew my mind how much of a true purple deck this was. Because for all of these hits happening and for the hits that could have happened,
Anubis is chilling.
You have to go out of your way to hit Anubis. Because it plays things that wouldn't normally garner attention to be hit. The thing they should have hit Anubismon is Mervamon. That's the problem card.
Yeah, that's 100% the problem card.
And if they don't want to hit Mervamon as in restricted to one, well, you can say, okay, well, you can't use Mervamon and Anubismon in the same deck. Problem solved. I don't know. Bandai isn't on that. But Analog Boy definitely would have helped slow down both Fenrir and Apocalypse.
To be fair, they can't hit because
of the SR.
It's an SR in BT.
It's a
12.
It's an
nonetheless.
Yeah, it has an R.
It's an SR with it.
It's BT 11.
Can't hit it.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah, and that's like that's an issue.
It has big titty protection. Can't hit it. They refuse.
Valid point.
But Analog Boy definitely would have helped with Fenrir big time. I think that would have been a nice kneecap to the deck because of Helugarmon, which is kind of nutty to me that that combo exists. Because I'm sure that's something I can truly say the the intention of Halugarmon and Analog Boy, that interaction was never intended to exist. I could get it. I could agree with that. So I think Analog Boy should have been hit for that reason. I'm glad to see it not hit because I just don't want to see. There's that in Scatter Mode I didn't want to see hit, but for the reasons of JP meta, I wouldn't have minded it. Does new Guru X Digivolve similar to Virus Gray X? No, it doesn't have a cost reduction. It just has a +1 memory, right? And it has draw power for no reason.
Draw 2, trash 2.
Jessmon wins that. Blue Hybrid second place, maybe. Yeah, this is possible. This or just the Virus Gray X, which is worse. Virus Gray X for its time. I'm not sure if it could come off the ban. I guess with the training boost, it can't come off the ban list now.
That thing is
that
fucking.
deck couldn't play training boost.
That thing's stuck.
As much as I would love that card, that would never come off.
If that deck couldn't play training boost for whatever reason, I think it could have came off. But yeah, there's no way it can come off now. What else do we got here? Red Hybrid True OTK that checks 0 options. Yeah, Ancient Gray OTK is still a thing, and I think that deck gets stupidly more powerful when we get the 4 training boost that I'm sure they'll play.
It doesn't even have to be Ancient Gray, but just Red Hybrid in general.
Just Red Hybrid, period. Exactly.
Hit the nuts, bro, and a fucking atomic. What is it? Atomic Inferno?
Oh my fucking goodness. Atomic Inferno, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Gregorio says, dude just had to run the other X antibody option because he had Omni X in hand. True. He could have also won game that way. So, reinforces that thought. It's thought that it'll cause more OTKs. It'll make OTKs the only choice if recovery is unrestricted. Well, what about SecCon? SecCon is unrestricted recovery. It's harder to achieve because, you have to pay 6 for a Holy Wave or drop a Magnagimon for 7 or play a Flame Hellscythe and do that. But like SecCon is the engine of Jets. The engine of Yellow Hybrid, at most you can recover 4 times, realistically speaking. You can recover a little bit more because of the Ophani that you'll most likely play. But again, do you play Ophani? Do you play Shadow Seraphimon? Do you play Venusmon? Do you play the old Seraphimon that has a Sec +1 to get a little bit more aggression? Like, I just think I think that's a deck that would have been fine in the meta. Isn't the winning strat right now Yellow Mills themselves? Kind of just Tekken Congo. Yeah, coach is right there. Unrestricted recovery, but if you hit 10 security, you auto lose. Yeah, okay. If you hit 0 security, you auto lose. Don't y'all call Fenrir an OTK? I know Dan said this earlier. Fenrir is 110% an OTK deck. And if it's the same thing as Melga. It can take all your security in 1 turn and leave you at 0 and say clap back. Dorbic sitting there waiting to do 8+ checks on you with a delicate plan. More reasoning why it's okay to have this unrestricted recovery. I gotta hit the hey y'all, have a good night. Leppy, have yourself a good night. I know it's way late, I'm responding to this. Venusmon is a real threat, I fear that card. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. The way you beat Yellow Hybrid now is to OTK them so they get less value from their tamers. Yeah, fair. Make it so that they blah blah blah. SecCon, Mastamon, that kind of thing. Color racist. Do you think they should have hit Analog Boy? Yeah, unfortunately. Analog Boy won't matter if it is too tight. Let's hit Merva, Big Titty Protection. Is this Vanguard, Yu-Gi-Oh, or Weiss? Weiss. I think Weiss. No, Vanguard. I think Vanguard's the biggest offender. So I know Susanoo resets hybrids. If you're getting to a point where they're drawing back into their Jet Sylphimons, well, then the game has definitely gone on too long, And hey,
oh yeah,
that's a viable win strat for if that's the strat that's built into the deck. Personally, if Beelzemon Mill or even the Leviamon Mill deck that Rusmara was playing with the Creepymon can win and take advantage of these purple decks that are just drawing so much and just mill them out. Like I just that's how I feel about it. Let's talk about the cards that were hit. Started at Gabumon.
Sure, Kage, cool boy should not got hit. What are you talking about?
My thoughts on this card. It's a good hit because it's not a once per turn. because Melga unsuspends. Like if this is a Melga hit, truly for me, and this is a hit that keeps it in line in my opinion. I've always loved this card and the fact that it's hit because it's not a once per turn. I also believe, Dan, this card was on our purple staples list.
Yeah.
So reinforces like this was a good hit, but it also could have been very easily errata.
Damn, our purple's staples list might need to get
where we gotta change. We gotta change so much on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if Dan Knight did erratas, you fix the card once per turn. That's it. It wouldn't have needed to be hit.
Yeah, you make it hard once per turn, and that's all. It wouldn't feel too bad.
BT2 Gobblemon coupled with the starter deck Gobblemon. I hate to see it hit.
They out here dying for Garurumon Sins.
That one definitely died for both Garurumon Sins and Apocalypse Sins. And I guess because it's a +1 to hand, it's okay. But like, it was an on deletion. And like, I think that one is okay. Like, if you Digivolve Dark Lizard over it, and you have a Demi-Mera, you're doing what? A draw 3/4, trash 3. So you're doing the same thing as scatter mode, just on 3 cards instead of 1.
Yeah.
I want to say don't think the card should have been hit, but like, again, I understand what Bandai's trying to attempt to do, which is fix the Guru X problem, which they're not going to do.
I get Eismon being hit. They could have definitely left it alone. I don't think it needed to be hit either, but again, this is BT15 reasons, and I guess it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, that's what it is at the end of the day, right?
We're going to talk about Eismon now, right?
Yeah.
Might as well, since we're on the purple train.
Yeah.
So Eismon, if you limit scatter mode, I think it's fine to bring
the
back
other one,
regular Eismon, right? Because like scatter mode is not a dead card per se, right? But like you're gonna play at 1, the chances of you seeing it often, you might never see it. While the other Eismon at 1 is also like that combo is never happening on a consistent basis, at least. I think you ban Eismon is dead now. Why would you ban Eismon? Release it. Bring Eismon to 4. I think that makes it more of a fair trade-off for people that like to play that.
I mean, 1 scatter mode and 1 Eismon.
Yeah, Eismon's irrelevant.
You'll never play that card again. That
combo is just never really happening. Like, there's no point to it. So I think it's a valid point. You could just bring that back as well.
Ray, quick thing. Ray said, yellow gets 6 to 10 memory in a turn. 4 Jet Sylphie would absolutely make this new worth playing. I mean, I would definitely play 1 at least. I think I used to play 1, if not 2.
Yeah, I'll play 1.
But again, if the game is getting to a point where they've got 4 Jet Sylphies in trash, like the win con of yellow. All right, so quick tangent here. I've spoken about this in certain podcasts. The idea of recovery is new because we don't have the Dragon Ball, for example. I don't think there are any decks that like give you back life. I think once life is gone, it's gone. And in One Piece, they have it. It's a little bit harder to achieve. But let's give this argument. Sorry, Dan, we're talking about One Piece. One Piece has been in a red meta since set 2. And currently, one of the best ways to counter red is by playing Katakuri, which is yellow, which does recovery to an extent, but also triggers. The only way, like, there's been decks here and there that combat red, but red is just so dominant, and it's still dominant to this day. The most recent regionals had half Whitebeard tops. The next deck that had the most tops, I want to say it was maybe 4 Katakuri. And it's because what it does. You know, they have the triggers, they have the semi-recovery. In Digimon, since the dawn of time, Red Omni OTK or Black or Gray OTK, there's been all these OTK decks. It is completely okay to have decks that stop these aggro fucking decks from being their aggro ass selves. Of course, that means that certain matchups are really bad, but I think that's the rock, paper, scissors of the card game, you know? This motherfucker said, Fire Nation, Red Nation. I hate you. I hate you, Asura.
Yeah, I agree with that, honestly. All jokes aside, like, I know I never really played Yellow Hybrid stuff, didn't really care to play it. But like, it makes sense. Like, if we're gonna have all these decks, there's no reason not to have that deck around.
A stall deck. You know, I don't want to call it a stall deck because I personally would never play it that way. I'm always trying to win the game. I just want against a red deck, I want more than my first 3 turns to try to win the game.
Right.
So I don't play it as a stall deck, but I know people would build it as a stall deck. And I think that's the problem. I think that's the general mindset around Jet Sophie, that you do have players who the only strat would be stall, time, I win because we're still on game 1 type shit, which I can understand that. That's infuriating. And I actually do hate that too. You're not allowed to counterplay uncounterable strats. Counterplay the BT9 strats makes for healthier matchup spread. Yeah. My locals always make it a damn stall deck, yellow stall. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of players like that, and it's unfortunate. Back to the cards. BT13 Geo Gray.
That's the one I called.
Dan called it right.
Talking about,
Dan was more on this one.
Everything else but GeoGreymon. I'm like, no. GeoGreymon is the card. Let me go on my 2-second soapbox.
Good.
About being correct. GeoGreymon is the most splashable card of all the Shine and Greymon cards because you're allowed to grab any red or yellow Tamer from security. So that's why when BT14 comes around, that was their main champion besides obviously like Angemon and whatnot, but like you can grab the TKs, you're proccing TK's effect. So I had a feeling that was going to be it. Because if you hit Marcus, right? If you hit BT12 Marcus, that deck is just dead in the water.
The Ultimate Cup showed that.
That deck needs it. Exactly. Why didn't it just say Marcus instead of any Tamer? Yeah, if it would have said Marcus, it would have been fine.
I don't think it would have helped.
Even if it just said, hey, it can grab just Marcus, I think that card is still the card you hit because of being able to just play a Tamer for free consistently with that card, right? You have the BT12 version, I think it is, that lets you play Marcus if you don't have Marcus, which a lot of other decks have that effect, right? Greymon have that type of card. Mirage has that type of card. A lot of decks have, if you don't have the said name, you play it and that's it. And that's the only time you can do it. So it's, early game, that's it. And that was the problem with that GeoGreymon. That GeoGreymon was also late game. If your Marcus has died on purpose or whatever, it's in security. Hey, just real quick, hard play Agumon, bring back that Marcus or something with that GeoGreymon or something, right? So I can understand why that was hit over anything else. If you hit Marcus again, I think that deck goes from tier 1 to tier 5, table 500. Like, that shit goes to the back. That shit goes to the back and burn, and you won't touch it again. You're going to be stuck building a more slow, a more maybe control version with the BT13. Sean Greymon, I think, with the BT13 Marcus as well. So like you get stuck with that, but like because the whole deck is around that Marcus, like it just won't ever be the same if you hit the Marcus. So I think the GeoGreymon, you limit the consistency of playing Tamers for free. You limit a lot of that, and now it's still playable. It's still going to be a tier 1, maybe a tier 1.5 because Fenrir maybe push it down. I don't know. But we get the trading boost, so you lose the consistency of playing Marcus.
Now you can slot it in super easily
of flying stuff, right? So like, and that's the problem. Like that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
So Japan hates the hit. They say it does. Like all it affects is the high roll, and
yeah,
it's unfortunate because in our best of 3, that's a great hit. In their best of 1, yeah, it's a really shitty hit because you're only nerfing the potential high roll, but there's so many things that go into it. So like again, separate ban list. This is an NA good hit. This is a JP bad hit. started at Gabumon, BT2 Gabumon.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are good.
For us, is all right.
Those are good JP hits. Those are bad EN hits until we get to EX5, but we still should have had time.
The thing is with the Shine and BT14 and the JP meta, they were running a lot of the vaccine cards. Some of the stuff were like Patamons in there. Like it was just a mixed version. So like it limits that Shine version too, not just your regular base Shine. Obviously, yellow vaccine decks, it limits a little bit, slows them down. I should say limits. Because if you see it, great, but it's only the one-time thing.
Jay Stewart says, "What I miss? Well, you missed Mike's reactions to finding out what the cards were, which was pretty good." I see we have a little debate going on in chat here. Ray asked, "What is uncounterable?" Adachi said, "Red Hybrid. One deck can reliably wall it. Anything else, you just race. You don't outplay." Ray says, "All Force, Wargreat, Machine Dramon, Mirage, Shine, Alpha can all handle Red Hybrid. It's good, but not uncounterable." Asura says, "It did nothing for their format. It destroyed it." Which card are we referring to, Asura? But
I think you're talking about GeoGreymon.
Oh, okay. The Tommy restriction seems like it was to help counter Apocalypse. I don't think the unrestrictions were to help with Apocalypse.
I think it helps though, because if you play Tommy against that, right? If they have the 3 sources, now you're slowing down their ability to be able to mill you out. 100%.
I didn't think about that. I was more just thinking about giving them sources for another Apocalypse.
It also can help into the Machine Dramon matchup.
Well, yeah, but now it slows it down. It slows down that mill because, like, for example, right? Let's say it's just the regular, like, they don't do anything crazy with like sleep mode or like whatever, right? You put 3 underneath, you get end of turn, you put the 4th, right? So on your turn, let's say you're at 3 or something, you play a Tommy, you strip 3 sources from it.
Okay.
They can't stop that source strip.
Right.
So now they're milling instead of milling you, they're gonna mill you 8 first time, right?
You're not
wrong. So now next turn, if that Apocalypse is around, right? Let's say you only do the 1 Tommy play, right? Nothing else. Now their end of turn effect happens, they put a second source, and now you're only milling 4 cards, right? So it definitely does help with that situation. Again, is their reasoning is because it's a fair card now because this thing's coming back or whatever. But like, I guess since we're on the unban of Tommy, let's talk about Tommy, right?
Well, hold on, Mike. What were you gonna say?
I said it helps into the Machine Dramon matchup too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, unfortunately,
it does. No. I mean, it does. It's also really bad, right? Because they have that Mega Dramon.
Yeah.
That deletes 3 cost or less tamers, but being able to strip their sources is nice.
Well, I mean, it's okay to have.
But go ahead,
it's okay to have a fucking out.
But since we're on like the.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Since we're on the Tommy unban, I think Blue Hybrid will definitely be back, and it's gonna be a competitive deck.
Because it's tier 1.5.
Such a strong card.
I'm calling it now.
I don't know where yet, but like I think it's gonna be. And
y'all got my words right here. It's tier 1.5.
I agree. I don't know what version will pop up that's gonna be like the best version because Mike said it earlier, right?
There's a lot.
Mike said All Force Hybrid, right? You go top end All Force, right? And that's a potential, right? You can go Mirage top end with a consistent Tommy. And remember, now when BT14 comes around, we have Zudamon Ace. Zudamon Ace, let's says, what is it? Things strip sources, and then you bounce or bottom deck.
It is trash deck, 2 sources and then bounce
and then bottom deck.
Any or one thing with no source.
Okay, bounce your hand. So that's a consistent way of Zudamon Ace being used. Mind you, now we have in-training cards. So that means you have more consistency added to grabbing said Tommy, right? And you have the lovely effect of the inheritable to stun stuff, right? And they were mentioning like the matchup, for example, right, of Fenrir Lugumon earlier. So it slows down the Fenrir if it hits a Tommy, because let's say let's say they don't have a perfect multiple Black Godamons or something, right? Let's say Tommy pops out security, it strips the IG, which means it strips the what's it called? That effect that lets you tap something to get sec +1 and gain the DP, what it's called?
Alliance.
It strips the Alliance. So now they're not doing what they want to do. So now their gameplay changes too. Like we gotta think about all this. Like, I know someone just said just now, right? Blue Hybrid can't compete in this meta. Watch. I won't be surprised if you see Blue Hybrid hit a top 16. Like, it's gonna happen. And in Ulti Cup format, in monocolor version.
Oh my fucking goodness gracious!
Blue Hybrid's
In
gonna be a thing.
monocolor,
Like,
pray God we don't have fucking monocolor format next year, because
like,
December's Ultimate Cups are gonna be so fucking bad already.
Shut up, I can't take it. I mean, I don't even play in them.
So like,
I can't stand.
Yeah, I agree. Like, but like, we have counters, we have stuff that can stop things, right? But like, realistically, like, Black or Greymore is the only real counter, because obviously they have Tamer Destruction, right? Consistent Tamer Destruction. So like, they can just strip the shit out of other decks and like just stun them and whatnot. Like, this thing is gonna happen, right? Like, I could see it being relevant. And then mind you, Blue Flare Hybrid. Blue Flare Hybrid was a thing in JP.
I don't think they'll do it anymore.
They got Blue Flare. I don't know. But it's a possibility.
It's a possibility. I don't think they're as inclined to do it anymore because they have all this good in-archetype searchable support because of Blazing Memory Boost. But what I do know is English.
Dreadful. It does.
I posted on Reddit. I responded to something because they had said that hits. No hit has ever been for English, and I said that's wrong. Because Blue Hybrid and Yellow Hybrid were hit. And they had said, well, no, they were hit because they were still like being a menace in Japan's format. And no, Yellow Hybrid was unrestricted, running around. I heard nothing about Blue Hybrid. Blue Hybrid was literally doing dick shit dog water in that BT10 format, especially against full power cross hearts.
Comparatively to when it was 70% of BT8 tops,
but in English, right? Blue Hybrid was all of our tops.
At the time,
all of our,
it was 70% of tops. Towards the end of the format.
Oh my God. Yo, this man just said it. Bro, that whole Gomamon.
No, you're good, bro.
The whole Gomamon line is a source strip deck. The whole Gomamon line is a strip source.
Yeah.
That's going to give jamming to things. Yep. Corey Kakuma is going to have jamming.
Guess
sometimes.
what the egg is going to be for Blue Flare? Or sorry, Blue Flare. Blue Hybrid.
Yeah. The jamming.
Yeah. So, okay, let's just say Jet Sophie was a JP hit. Where is Tommy?
Tommy was definitely us.
Tommy was a us hit because it was so fucking polarizing at the time. And they were like, all right, well, yeah, we'll hit Jet Sophie along with it. So I think this coming back into the meta,
it's interesting.
I think it's, again, I truly believe this is an immediate tier 1.5 deck. And the reason it's tier 1.5 and not tier 1 is because Black Gregory will smack the fuck out of this deck. If y'all didn't watch, Dan and I had a match. It was a best of one. But we had a match where we played.
No, that was a best of 3. We did a best of 3.
Did we do a best of 3?
It was a quick 2-0.
Oh, well, that makes it even worse. We had.
But you almost had me in game 2. I
would have had him, but Hades Force saves the day most likely? ?
Yeah, and Black or Greymon.
Probably.
Yeah, it was Hades Force
it's probably what you did against me or some shit. Listen.
Yeah, hold on.
Good.
Gregorio Clamdinia. Sorry if I butchered your name. He said Dexter's gonna run X anybody. If you're a non-X anybody deck, why would you run X anybody? Like that, you're not gonna fit that in unless it's really that bad. But like most other decks, that's just not like an X anybody deck is not running it.
Blue Hybrid was the best blue deck for the longest time till they limited Tommy. And the fact Source Strip was supported in EX4 and a new line in BT14 I think is about to pop off. Jay Stort, 110% agree. I'm brewing up a deck list right now as we talk. And it's super easy to put it together because it's fucking stupid. I personally, if I was going to build this deck, I mean, I saw somebody say you play it with a Mirage top end. Mirage is strong. I would go with Mike and I would play Ulforce because you want something that can play out your Tamers. Because remember, I think the one biggest thing, being able to play out your Tamers for free. Why did Geogray just get hit? Playing out Tamers for free. Why is Shine good? Plays out Tamers for free. Why is that let's just say, why did that Mirage or that Mach Galgamon get hit? because it gained a memory, allowing them to digivolve into the Mirage cheaper. Let's say they were at 1, they go up to 3, then they digivolve into Mirage, and they gain back memory, then they can play it on a Thomas, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I think All Force is the best way to go about it because it plays out your tamers for free. It has a built-in unsuspend, and it has a built-in bounce, which is going to be stupid powerful in a blue flare deck. Sorry, blue hybrid. I'm going to get those two confused all the time now.
Oh, yeah.
But even more so, this deck is stupid because of Zudomon Ace. I think if Zudomon Ace wasn't a card, it would have been like whatever. But
people, that's what I think like the people in the chat are saying, yo, blue hybrid ain't shit. They're not thinking what BT14 brings for that deck. Honestly, I don't think
even
they really
BT15 because you said the Goma
Ace,
line.
I think Zudomon Ace.
We get Goma line and oh wait, no, don't we get we get Goma line? No, yeah, we get Goma line and BT14.
What about the Plesiomon's X?
That's with Zudomon Ace. No, the X versions. Is
oh,
BT15.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Because we get Goma, Ikaku, Zudo Ace, and then the Plesio.
Gotcha.
And 14. Like, people aren't... Zudo Ace and JP, that was a 4 of in every blue deck almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean...
Again, if they have it, great, but like if you don't have it at times, it's going to be a problem. And if they hit Tommy security, they hit Sora security, you have more consistent source stripping in security now, right? You have 4 Tommies, 4 Sorais, and whatever else that's strip sources. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so Gregorio, like, I'm not talking about like, oh, like blue hybrid's gonna be the answer against Fenrir. I'm saying blue hybrid.
No.
So there's a reason I say tier 1.5 because yeah, I mean, black or gray inherently puts that deck in tier 1.5, in my opinion. And I'll only say that because like it's easier. Like, it's just Hunters at least plays out their tamers for free. Blue hybrid does not do that. They don't. Everything has to get hit out of security or you have to play from hand. So I mean, it's already slow in that regard. But Hades Force is GG. You know, they say Hades Force invalidates archetypes. Well, Hades Force is about to invalidate the fuck out of blue hybrid if they ever play against
Black Greymon is inherently the best counter to that deck.
Yeah, but you know, even just coming up with a deck list right now, I mean, I don't see a world where they're not running at least 3 Zudomon Ace. I'm a madman. I'd play fucking 4 because fuck that. I digivolve Korikaku over Tommy. I swing. I have strip source. I have stun something. You're trying to come with the clap back, and I'm like, haha, bitch. Last digivolve, strip 2 more source, and bounce that bitch. Like, what? That's
for sure.
That's a trap card if I've ever seen one. It's like, aha, you've activated my trap card. Zudomon Ace and my deck that is already stripping source. I'd run 4 Zudomon Ace and at least 3 Surai in this deck. No shot.
4.
I would run 4.
I'll go full 4.
4 mental training. We've got 10 tamers in this bitch. You could throw in an extra. You could honestly go up to 4 Soranjo because fuck it. Why not? You're going to be stripping source anyways, right? You're at 11 tamers. I still have 2 open spots for some cards. This deck is super versatile. I will not be surprised if or when this deck tops and or wins, especially in BT14. Now, obviously, Fenrir is going to be strong, and Fenrir is going to come out on OTK, but that's what Fenrir is going to have to do, because if you leave those motherfucking sources on the field against blue hybrid, and those motherfucking tamers pop out of security, or you hit a Surai, you are fucked.
Yeah, sure, Kaga. Plesio BT14 is pretty solid.
Plesio is dumb, but Plesio X is even stupider. So come BT15, deck just gets stronger.
I mean, I don't know like how well it would do against Anubis because Anubis just might like board swarm so much and just like pop off. But that's gonna be an issue. That Plesio X is a nice card. Same with the Goma X with Tommy's in there. That could be a thing, you know.
How would Machine Dramon go against Tommy Blue Hybrid? Well, they're gonna have to. They're gonna run
you have to run
if not 3 Mega Dramon, because you're gonna have to get rid of those little bitch Tommies. But you can't get around source stripping. Your sources are gonna be stripped.
Nah.
And honestly, I personally think you're just gonna have to run more EX1 Machine Dramon, because you're just gonna need to utilize the fact that your sources are gonna be stripped, and you just need to make a new Machine Dramon.
Yeah, agreed.
Like the Digivolve, like they'll still Digivolve for sure, but you're going to need to rely on that a little bit less in the blue hybrid matchup because you're just going to need to establish a new one with sources because Chaos X isn't going to replenish you sources enough. You're going to be able to do what, Dan? You get 5 sources on a Machinedramon hard drop. Chaos X adds 3. And then if you Digivolve Chaos X, you get an additional 3. So 3, 6, you'll get a total of 11 sources. And blue hybrid in one turn could strip 3, 4, 5, 6 if they wanted to on a blast. And then Surai for another 4.
Hey, they can still run that one boost, the one mem boost that strips
Howling fucking memory boost. Yeah. The bane of my motherfucking existence. I do think that they'll run at least like 2 or 3 of those. So like that fills out the deck.
Maybe.
I put in 4 mental trainings, 4 Howling Memory Boost. I didn't put in any Beowulfs because I just Zoodlemon Ace. But like you obviously those ratios could be played with, but Zoodlemon Ace with 3 All Force. This deck is complete with 11 Teamers, 8 Rookies. I just think this deck is I think this deck is powerful. What do we got going on in chat here? I see a lot of things going on.
Agreed, Adachi.
Like the line stripping 3 to 5 sources in one turn is going to suck big time. If you like only establish a Machinedramon and you only have 5 sources, you can count on those 5 sources being gone for sure.
Yeah.
Forgot about Howling? Yeah, Dan reminded me of another Bane. Matchup is tough. People forget Blue Hybrid isn't the slowest deck in the world. Definitely not as slow as Machinedramon. Right. Especially against Machinedramon. Like you can't drop the Tommies early on. Like you got to save the Tommies for sure.
No.
But you drop those Sora and Joes, which is going to be
Sora and Joes 100%.
It's going to be so bad for Machinedramon with Strawbies.
You're just going to keep poking with the Strawbies.
And the motherfuckers aren't going to die because you're going to have jamming. Well, you're going to try to have jamming. You're going to try. I'm just planning Secret Vidramon. Use plugin with Buka and that's 4 checks jamming. Yo, Secret Vidramon, boy. That's my boy, Secret Vidramon. Tech 2 Werguru, Sec Plus, gone and can't attack. Yeah, there's this, y'all are just reinforcing the point. I think this is going to be a super solid tier 1.5 deck. Immediately comes back up. And with that in mind, let's talk about Jesmon. How do we feel about Savior? I think.
Yeah. Oh my
I don't know, right?
Jesmon, another red OTK deck, baby.
Another red. That's it's definitely going to go back to the OTK. I mean, they have Sec +1 on the starter deck, Jesmon. I think the big thing.
Do you run tie now? Like, do you run tie again?
I don't think.
Like,
I don't think.
Add more sec attack.
I don't think you have time to play it out. You know.
You kind of just go back to like old Jesmon ways now.
I mean, I guess with the training boost you can, right?
But now you got Blitz too, which is good.
So
the training boost you can.
And the GXs, you have X Jesmon X now. You have ways to get piercing. That's not the OG Jesmon. You can do a lot of shenanigans.
You say you don't need tie. I don't disagree with you, but also in the same vein, you know, us fucking English players are degenerates, and I would not be surprised to see 4 training boost, 4 master to disciple, with 4 sec attack Greymon in the deck again.
The only thing with the training boost, I will say this about the training boost is a little kind of iffy because of the Systemons.
I don't think they give a shit.
You might sometimes brick on that.
I don't think they give a shit if they're gonna try to OTK your ass.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Yeah, you're getting 4 checks in one swing. Agreed. You're gonna go those 4 checks, or you can use the training boost to go cheaper into the Jesmon GX.
You guys are forgetting that from Master to Disciple.
I didn't forget.
No,
I named that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like
I said 4 Master Disciple and 4 training boost.
So like I think that I feel like you run red.
And those are stackable.
If you're gonna run a red tie, I feel like if you're gonna run a tamer, I feel like you run red tie, and then you just play starter deck 12 Jesmon, who gets the security attack +1 and the +3k DP with the blitz. So you just obviously you don't have to blitz with him because you should have the training boost to reduce the cost. So you can just get the security attack +1, 4 checks, blitz Omni for game.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll take a poke at least once early on. So yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
training boost hit 2 sisters. I would fucking, you know what the funniest part about it is? You would training boost to hit 2 sisters, but that BT7 Hawkmon won't hit more than 1 sister.
Yo, for real.
You're high rolling. So if you bottom your sister, you played yourself. Yeah, I think that we're gonna see 2 versions of the deck now. We're gonna see a hyper aggro OTK Jesmon, and then we're gonna see whatever the Jessamon we've been seeing now, we might see a third version. We might see one that tried to be a little bit more like mid-style between the two, making use of that.
Maybe.
Because the unsuspend is strong, but like what we've been mainly seeing is this Jessamon GX Turbo. Now we might actually see, outside of the Hyper Aggro version, a actual, let me digivolve in the Jessamon. I take 2 swings. I have 2 checks on piercing, Judgment of the Blade, Jessamon X, do some shenanigans, not even focus on GX. Like that type of, that's the style of deck that I like. I don't like Turbo GX. Turbo GX is too, it's just like too over the top for me. And y'all already know I don't like aggro.
Sometimes you give like too much memory too, and then like, it backfires in that sense.
Yeah.
The only time it's worth it is when you play against Black or Greymon, because we just can't do anything about that.
Yeah, it's like glass cannon ass, and I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of it. I like that mid-range style of deck, so I'm excited to play around with Savior and see what it does for the deck. I mean, you can digivolve into this Savior, play BT10 Seal. Seal lets you digivolve in the starter deck Jessamon. You gain a memory, so it's only going to digivolve for 3. You take the swing, you get to play out a Systemon, unsuspend. Let's say you have the right inheritables, you're just gaining back memory because you played out a Systemon. You could probably end up digivolving for free at that point if you do a Master to Disciple, and then you gain the memory from that seal, and then you gain 1 or 2 memory from another seal that you play, or an inheritable. Like, you can easily make use of that unsuspend to then swing again. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff that can happen there. Blue Hybrid and just.
So someone said Jace Stewart said the only good thing is that Blue Hybrid can't use training boost on Transfer Evo. You can't use training boost over.
No, because your hybrid Digimon, it's an effect that treats your tamers as a Digimon. So you can't couple that, which, yes, is very good. Otherwise, yeah, that would have been outrageous.
Yeah. This whole time I thought you could. I was like, oh, that's going to be so
It's the same reason you can't, it's the same logic you can't do the Kudamon Warp discount, unfortunately.
Gotcha.
But, yeah.
Yeah, and then also with the Savior, right, you can throw that in a more consistent Dorbrickmon OTK deck.
Please.
I don't run for that, for the Systemon Blanc. You get as much Sec Attack +1 on it. I think you can put up to 4 in one stack, plus that to spend. Swing 5 checks. Yeah, swing 5 checks. And it's...
It has to be 5 cards of different.
What has Sec +1? So, no, I know, but isn't there 4 cards, different names that has Sec +1?
Oh, Sec +1. My bad. I thought you were saying fucking unsuspend.
Yeah,
unsuspend Savior a bunch of
No, Master Tyrannomon and then something else, and then you put Savior. So it's 4 checks plus the 1, your own swing. That's 5 checks. Swing, unsuspend, swing for a game.
Plus you have.
I know it's gonna happen.
Plus you have the blue card. I forget that. Can't remember his name. Majiramon? Yeah, Majiramon.
Yep.
Yeah, Majiramon lets you unsuspend. But that's conditional. At least it's easier for you to unsuspend with the Savior Hug because you just play a Systemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's gonna happen. I'm gonna get hit one of these days with Dorbrick OTK, and I'm just gonna tell my opponent, I'm gonna be like, you are the reason this card should not have been hit.
Me. I'm waving at you. I'm waving at you because I'm gonna be the one that's gonna hit you with the Dorbrick OTK.
I'm gonna be so aggravated, and I'm just gonna look Ray in the face, and I'm gonna say, Ray, this is why I need some motherfucking unrestricted recovery.
Yeah.
Because then Dad's gonna be like, well, I'll just play a delicate plan, and I'm like, well.
I was already gonna play a delicate plan regardless, so.
Like, it's.
But now. I know it's a different deck, but like real quick with the training boost, that promo OTK Black or Greymon, it's gonna be way more consistent and more cracked. Just let you know.
We have 2 cards.
Anyways,
we have not 2, but mainly one. One card we didn't talk about. We gotta talk about it. Mach Galgamon. So I had words for this because it's weird. On the one hand, we have to say, thank you, Bandai. I don't like to say thank you, Bandai, a lot because they fuck up a lot. But we have to say thank you, Bandai, for at least acknowledging that Mirage could have been a problem and hitting Mirage for potentially being a problem. I just don't...
It is a problem.
It is a problem. Well, no,
JP.
No, JP... I swear, JP players said Mirage isn't a problem for us. I shit you not.
it was like a top 3 deck.
They didn't care
from BT14 on.
They didn't care. They didn't have a problem with Mirage.
It was a useless pick. I don't.
They needed to touch it up a little bit.
I just feel like it was good for one set. It's gonna be good. It would have been good for BT14, and then it would have been okay for BT15. I don't, you know what I mean? Like whatever. Who cares?
It's a shitty ban list because it doesn't help JP with their current issues.
Who cares? It doesn't even do anything for us. I don't give a fuck.
That doesn't make it
it does.
That didn't make it a shitty ban list.
Why
what
have a
that
ban
made
list
it
at all?
was no. It's a shitty ban list for Japan because it doesn't help them. It's an atrocious ban list for us because we don't need any. We could take the unrestrictions. We don't need any of the hits.
For sure.
So agreed. Like, it's a bad ban list, not because of like the cards. Like, I don't mind the Geogray getting hit. I don't mind the scatter mode getting hit in the future. I don't mind the Gabumons in the future. The fact that we're getting this in BT14 is like, bro, purple is dead, except for Fenry, until EX5, because in EX5 you're just going to play the Garurumon engine, and then purple is alive, and then it's dead when Garurumex inevitably gets hit, and the only surviving purple deck is Anubismon and Fenry Lugamon.
It's interesting, right? Because Eismon did so much for every purple deck. It's not even funny. Like,
yeah, it's like, carried purple.
Belfmon is arguably a tier 1 deck because of Eismon. And the interesting part, like, Belfmon didn't really run the Gabumon because it was just too much drawing. You don't want that much draw in that sense, where you're not stuck. You're stuck past that 6 card range. But Eismon, it's just a +1. It's not that bad, but you draw 3 trash too, so it doesn't feel as bad. So like, it just sucks for like decks like Belfmon, right? It sucks for like I won't say it's dead. It's just a tier 2 deck now, like moving forward. When
that's how it feels, right? Because you can play like Dark Lizardmon.
If you still, because like the thing for that deck now is you probably gonna have to run like 4 analog units, kind of. You're probably gonna have to run like Dark Lizardmon, like you said. Dark Lizardmon's probably,
but it's only a draw 1 trash one. Like, you're not doing anything. It's something, right?
Something, you know what I'm saying? Because you have to, do something in that case. But like, even if Belfmon gets to the Belfmon, no matter what, it's still a very strong deck. So that's why I won't say it's a dead deck. It's not a dead deck. It's a slower deck. That's what it became now, And any of those, like, outside of Beelzemon currently, right? So what's our main purple decks? We have Belfmon,
pause there real quick.
Beelzemon.
Pause there real quick. Vexicus 4666. Yo, bro, I recognize you.
Appreciate it.
I super appreciate that raid. It's nice, y'all who coming in. We're doing the ban list reactions live. I'm your boy Varney, and these are my co-hosts of DigiPod, the digital podcast. Dan, for you guys, should be up top here. Yeah, over here. And then Mike is over there. Mike's got some poor connection right now. He's in Nebraska on work. But we super appreciate the raid, bro. And I gotta say, I recognize you from Luxury Gaming, bro. So good shit. I appreciate the raid. I appreciate having y'all here. And Brady with that tier 1 sub for 3 months on the 3-month streak. What's going on, bro? Appreciate that.
What's going on? So like, back to what we were saying, right? So like, what's the purple decks in the game right now? You have Belfmon, Beelzemon, Milth, Loop.
Luckily is untouched by the hits.
And everything else is like, purple shenanigans, let's put it like that, right? Where they needed the Eismon. They needed Eismon.
Merva Loop just topped.
And now you don't have it.
And Merva Loop somehow topped. I love that deck, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It somehow just topped, and it will probably never top again because Eismon is gone, right? Exactly.
Eismon is gone. And it hurts. It hurts, you know what I'm saying?
Until they get Garurumex.
Like, I play like that, that Ogremon Rush, Champion Rush deck, right? That hurts the shit out of me, you know what I'm saying? Like, in that deck. So everything else, it just sucks for that instance. Like, obviously Fenrir, it won't matter in the future. Anubis, it won't matter for them. Baru, it won't matter. But like, everything else is purple, it matters 1%.
Yeah. I
Like, and side note, for Pokemon, people were questioning, like, how is Pokemon gonna play now? Check this out, guys. Engine. Remember this card. Hold up. You play Garurumon X, and then instead of doing, like, where Garurumon or something, you just evo to Lady Devimon. Now you have the same thing again. Or Blue Marimon. Draw 3, trash 2. That's what
they would do so Lady Devi for sure.
Yeah. But
easy slot in.
It doesn't matter.
But
they both do the same thing.
And especially with training boost as well.
Yeah, you still going to keep, like, a Pokemon is still going to be fine.
A Pokemon is...
You just go Garuru.
Space is hella limited. It's about to not be limited. They don't have 4 Icemon.
Right, but you lost... Right, exactly. So that's the point, Greg. Like, they lost the Icemon,
so
and
here's
they
the thing,
lost
right?
the Gabumon.
Exactly.
So now you have space for other ways to think about it. So now you can run a Lady Devi just to get that draw 3 trash 2 going.
Space was tight. Space is no longer tight. When you have not just one, not just when you have 3 Suedo hits, let's say 2 hits, you've got space, because that means you need to reevaluate how the deck is going to run consistently.
Exactly.
Because you're not going to, I personally wouldn't run the one of Drabu and the one of Scatter Mode, or I would for the Drabu if I'm running the Garuru X engine. And then Dan's right, I would probably play the Lady Evimon, get the draw 2, trash 2.
Yeah.
And then take a swing. Or you have a new Lady Devi that, thanks for the stream, y'all have a good night, got work in the morning. All right, coach, have yourself a good night.
Have a good one.
But yeah, I mean, it even makes the ones that we got from BT15, all those, what was it, Lady Devi and all those like Dark Master level 5 supports. It makes those somewhat worth playing if they weren't already being played. I don't know. I haven't looked at any lists, so y'all can crucify me if you want. I really haven't looked.
I'm gonna try my best. Talk to someone in Bandai, see if they get Dora Greymon unreleased for you. All right.
Oh, those are on plays, so they're not even when Digivolvings. But old Lady Devi still worth a play, because the draw 2, trash 2, and I'm sure there's other things that do the same. But there's space. Pokemon decks next few days are going to be reworking themselves, and when the ban list officially comes into effect for JP on the 27th.
Today?
No, it's the 27th, isn't it?
I thought it was October 17th that goes into effect for them.
I could have sworn it was the 27th. Hold on, I'll double check here real quick. Nope, it's October 27th.
Okay.
So they have 10 days, and I guarantee
they got 10 days.
In those 10 days, those Pokemon players are gonna hit the lab, and they're gonna come out with Garuru X. You don't play anything else right now. You're just gonna play Garuru X.
Garuru X, right? Just think about it, right? You got like, I don't know what they rookies wise, but you just Digivolve a rookie. Next turn, raise Garuru. For 2 draw. Isn't there like a draw 1, trash 1?
On the Garurumon, yeah.
Alright, so that's 2 draws, right? Garuru X, that's another
draw
5
2, trash 2.
drawn. Go into Lady Devi, that's another 3 more draws.
So
you effectively get the same exact thing you had with Icemon.
It's a lot of cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, a Pokemon got slowed down. Like you said, Gregorio, like that's definitely the intention. A Pokemon gets slowed down. And that for that much, the ban list is good. But it doesn't help some of the other problems JP is having, and it damn sure doesn't help us.
Absolutely not.
to be seen if Tommy, I would be surprised to see Tommy help with a Pokemon. I truly would be surprised. It'll be like a good surprise. Like, I want to see stuff that can counter a Pokemon, because I know Bandai's not going to ban a secret. They're not going to restrict the secret. So there needs to be something that can keep up with a Pokemon. And
hey, I'll say this, it doesn't need to be banned, period.
It's to the point, right, where I think Bandai would be faster to be like, yo guys, I know we designed BT16 already, but we got to design another card to counter a Pokemon real quick. Like, they'd faster put out a card in BT16 to deal with a Pokemon than actually deal with a Pokemon itself.
Yeah.
So,
but I guarantee, if let's say the Garuru engine was a thing, if Icemon was a thing, and it was, played in what the deck was supposed to be played in, people would not be having these complaints. You go like, oh, it's not that bad. Like, it gets crazy. It gets crazy when, like, mid to late game, but like, because of how fast you can do it early game, like people are saying like, you know, it's bad. I guarantee you can still turn 2 Apocalypse. You're just not getting all 4 sources. You know what I'm saying? In a DM deck.
Yeah, for sure.
But you know.
Now, I guess. Well, we never really like finished on the Mirage hit.
Because who the fuck
JP
cares?
players never. Oh, well, we have to care, right? Because I mean, it's hit.
We just don't have to care.
It's hit.
We don't have to care at all. Okay.
I mean, you can not care. I don't care. I'm not a Mirage player. Ray probably cares. I think Ray's the Mirage player, the only one of the
because
of the DGU group.
I think the reason why they hit that one, it needs to get touched up a little bit, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Because once In Training Boost comes around, it becomes a tier 1 deck, and we're gonna see it pop off, blah blah blah. And Ulti Cup format, GG's once In Training cards come around. I think that was the one that got hit because remember, this is a Vari take. When decks can just out a floodgate inherently with no problem, it's a problem. And when you think about it, right, on Evo, bounce a low 4 lower to your hand, which means if someone has one of those memory blockers that stops their pop off, you just go into that, bounce the mem blocker, and then you just gain all your memory, and then you just pop off. And now you activate whatever memory boost, mem gain effect, or
training gain, training reduction, whatever.
Go into Mirage, right? You go into Mirage. Now that Mirage effect is easy to activate because it's just a when attack and unsuspend basically. And so that's super easier than one that says all turns and maybe you're delayed maybe a second or two.
Yeah.
Versus
the other two are only they're only unsuspends when an effect adds cards. So for all intents and purposes, the level 6 Mirages, that's on Digivolve, and the burst mode, that's on attack. So like with burst mode, like you could get a free unsuspend essentially, because the when attacking isn't once per turn. So you could unsuspend for free off of that Mock Galgamon effect, and then you start using the other unsuspends from his when attacking. But I like I said, like it's a weird hit because I just didn't see that being the problem card. But we as an English player base haven't I just
don't know what the hit is, but like
we haven't seen the deck do anything without the training boost.
Because for us, that's the problem, right? That's why like Mike's saying, who gives a fuck about this, right? Bro. It's because we in our own meta BT13, Mirage is irrelevant unless it's an Ulti Cup format.
Right.
The problem is they had the in training cards in their BT13 version, so that helped them with Mirage being relevant since BT13. And that's what's gonna happen for us, right? Is when the in training cards come around, it's gonna be a relevant deck.
Even if they didn't hit the deck, bro, again, I just could not even be fucking bothered. It would have been a really good deck for one. And then it would have just been like a pretty good deck. You know what I mean? Like I just don't care. Like,
right.
I just honestly, I feel like I just do not give a shit. I'm sure Japan players do not give a shit about that hit. Like I don't give a shit
for
about
some
that
reason,
hit. Like I just don't understand why you hit that. Like boo-hoo.
It's the biggest spitball hit. It feels like they took a dart and they were like, all right, we need one more card.
Well, they were like, we can't only hit purple.
It landed on that one.
They were like, we can't only hit purple. We need to hit a blue card.
Right.
And then a
again,
red card. Here we go.
Here's my issue with that, right? It took way too long for Shine and Mirage hit for JP to happen. And now since both of those decks got hit, guess what didn't get touched for us? Fenrir Lugumon's about like it's gonna be probably easily like top dog. I thought maybe like hit a Black Automon just to slow down the OTK where you don't get like a bunch of rushes coming out at you or something. Like they had to do something, right? But they didn't. And so now like that's an untouched deck that's gonna pop off. Which future ban list I guarantee is the Soul Lugumons that are gonna get hit. Because that gives it the extra suspense.
It feels like Jessmon all over again. Yeah, agreed.
I don't know. I don't really. This ban list.
Yeah, all in all, I mean, personally, my thoughts on the ban list. I wish I could say, fuck you, Bandai, I'm gonna go play One Piece. Because at least they do some things right in One Piece. But One Piece is its own shit show. One Piece is the red piece or whatever. And it's even worse than, we are here in Digimon. I don't hate the ban list, but I also don't necessarily care for the ban list. I just have a problem as an English player having to deal with,
hold up,
getting shit before we should have.
Do you know what's,
JP's
problem?
What's fucking hilarious? Before it's even our problem.
They just
what?
They just released a new leak happened for DCG News, and we got the From Master to Disciple colored border reprint for limited pack 2.
Nice.
They were like, all right, saviors off the list. Let's release an alt art for this card now.
2 closing thoughts. Number 1, I've said this on our last ban list reaction video. Just because Bandai's reprinting a card doesn't mean they won't hit the card. And that is not true for just Bandai. That's true for any card game. If a card is going to be hit, that bitch will be hit. Now, the parameters in which Bandai does go about banning cards, that's obvious. Number 1, how does this affect our sales? When you think about what cards are going to be banned, think about how it affects Bandai, not how it affects you as a player. How does it affect Bandai? In the case of, anything purple, we're not going to hit Guru X, so we're going to hit everything old. In the case of Geo Gray, you're not going to hit Marcus, in my opinion. You already saw with the Ultimate Cup that the deck is dead with that Marcus hit. And at least that's a hit that was tested before it was completely nerfed. So instead of hitting the Marcus, you hit a consistency piece. Mirage, again. And then as far as the unrestrictions, it's cool, nice. I love to see cards come off the ban list. It's nice to know that Bandai will do that because God forbid we had to live with these cards on the ban list. We're like, damn, will Bandai ever unrestrict cards? At least now you know that they will. When we start talking about future ban lists, we can say, hey, what cards could come off the ban list? It's a viable topic to talk about now. How do we sell the solution? That is exactly what I think that's what's going to happen in BT15. I think when the reveals come out, dead.
I was gonna say, I wonder if once we get EXO5, or let's say once after NAS happens, once BT15 comes around, they go ban Guru X and then release the Gabus. I wonder if that will happen at all.
I wouldn't be surprised to see that happen. I really wouldn't. That
Adachi, I swear to God, I don't know why HPD is still not at 0. It's the almost mind-boggling thing in my world when it comes to Digimon.
Yeah, that
when it comes to ban list. Every time ban list comes around, HPD 0. HPD 0 never goes to 0.
Yeah, I don't. It's funny too because didn't they ban it for the Ultimate Cup?
I don't remember.
Or am I wrong?
I don't
Bandai
remember.
just doesn't.
I don't remember.
Bandai got to 0 one time and then they said, "Yeah, we'll never do this again."
Bro, that's what it feels like.
Also,
go ahead.
I was about to say no because Jay Stewart said, "I think this is the current situation. This proves us why we need separate ban lists." That's what we said in our very the beginning,
so from the beginning of this
thoughts
pod
on thing that we need.
To be fair, we've been saying
this
this
about time we have one.
Ever, I think.
From months.
Oh, we've been saying this for the last year since Gray X got hit. I think it was.
Honestly, I just don't. I hate these ban lists at this point. I just don't. Every single time I'm just okay.
Adachi said, yeah, it's banned in Ultimate Cup. So yeah, it's banned in the Ultimate Cup, and you would think that oh, hey, it's banned in the Ultimate Cup. Let's bring it across. No, it's wild.
No, we need to get rid of it.
The parameters in which Bandai bans, how does it affect their sales? And that's why the training boosts were never going to be hit. Hands down. No matter how you feel about training boosts, it was nice to talk about. Those cards, no matter how you feel about them, were never, ever going to be touched for the same reason that Fenrir Lugumon remains untouched, for the same reason that Gorurumon X remains untouched, because we haven't given them our money yet. Now, once we give them our money, it's a little bit different. 2 sets must pass before they decide to make a decision. Because by the time BT14 rolls around, well, that one's a little bit different. That'll be the most recent hit for us. But we'll also have had, 3 months of BT13, I think? By the time BT14 rolls around, that's more than enough time for Bandai to have sold BT13. I'm sure with Royal Knights, they were like, yeah, everybody's already bought everything now, so we don't need to worry about them buying the set much more. So we can hit the BT13 Geo Gray. They're also never going to hit an SR Plus. Maybe that one could change. Not going to hit a secret. And considering that Anubis went untouched, either they don't know what to do, or they know what to do and they just don't want to do it, which is hit Mervamon. Because realistically, that's the only card that you hit. You don't. Whereas at least we can see the changes with Apocalypse and Metal Garurumon. I look at Anubismon, and if you hit any card in that deck, it's easily replaced except Mervamon. Mervamon is the true enabler. Mervamon spits out 2 bodies.
For sure.
You're spitting out 4. You got 4 attacks in 1 turn with Anubis. So what if we all just boycott EX5 and nobody buys product?
Sorry, that's not happening. I'm buying product.
Imperial about to be tier 0, counter to Apocalypse, Anubis, and Guru. Are we talking about green blue?
The new
Imperial?
The new Imperial
Well,
stuff. It's gonna come.
Remember, BT16, yeah.
Oh, right. Forgot about all that. Yeah. Damn, we folded that quickly. They never hit a promo to the Grandest, and let me wait till we get BT15, buy the crap out of it before hitting it. I agree. I think everything comes down to, unfortunately, what's the timing? And that's why I knew the Garurumon wasn't going to get touched, and it's not going to get touched. The same thing with Greymon X until after Nationals, for sure. That card, if that card's going to be hit, mark my words, that card will be hit about a week after Nationals.
And it's going to be 1 card.
Right, and it'll be that 1 card. They'll be like, yeah, okay, now Garurumon is banned, and like Dan said, maybe the Gabumons are unbanned. So unfortunate, but it is what it is. This is our ban list, and this is what we have to live with. So TLDR, if y'all are just somehow skipping to the end, or y'all are tuning in late here, and y'all are now just now seeing this, Tommy is unrestricted, so Blue Hybrid will reign supreme once again. Savior Huckmon is unrestricted, and Jessmon will do something. I don't know what it'll do. Something. Scatter Mode died for Apocalypse Sins, and Purple is in a very shitty spot until the Garurumon engine comes out. And it's probably going to be in an even worse spot then, because then I think they're going to nerf the fuck out of once we buy it.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah,
that's the big takeaways. The Shine and Mirage hits are neither here nor there. It doesn't help JP. It actually helps us. And how much does it actually help? I don't fucking know. It literally didn't fucking matter, so that is it. This is a nice 2-hour, 15-minute pod. I think our longest one to date. So those of you who tuned in with us tonight, thank you guys. Vexicus with the raid. All you guys, Ninja, Brady, Asura, all with the subs. We appreciate you guys. Does Bond of Friendship also come back because of Tommy?
Ooh, maybe. We'll see.
Don't really want to think about that. Because that was another bane of my existence, Blue Deck. Jet Sylphie is still dead for now. Yeah, Greg is so right. Guru got to follow in the main character footsteps. Yeah. But that's it. That's the ban list. And that's our takes.
Peace.
You guys will hear this audio pod tomorrow. And you'll see the video sometime between tomorrow and Thursday, whenever I get it edited. Hopefully Mike isn't dead on the screen like he is for Dan and I right now. Love getting to hear you guys' thoughts. Helps me think deeper on cards. I love that you love to hear our takes. I'd like to think we're three guys with a bunch of decent thoughts about the Digimon card game. So,
Barney, bro, we don't wrap this
Anyways,
up. My fucking ADHD is dying. Hurry it up, bro.
I'm about to wrap it up. Suck my dick, Mike. Suck my dick, Mike. Suck my dick, Mike.
You were like, all right.
I didn't say
you were
shit.
like ending thoughts.
I didn't
here,
say
bro.
shit.
I got two,
Don't you put
were like,
words
I got
in my
two
mouth.
Ending thoughts,
Ending
here,
thoughts
bro.
don't mean I'm ending the podcast.
Fuck,
Hop off my dick, Michael. Hop off my dick. Anyways, that is it for today's episode of DigiPod, the motherfucking digital podcast. So until we talk to you guys the motherfucking next time, peace the fuck out. There you go, Mike. Are you happy now?
Yeah. Wrap it
Catch
before
on
you
next
wrap
one.
it before you smack it.
Oh, now he's got something extra to say. You should have said that before, motherfucker.
Yeah.